So like you might how fast do you think that you would move out? Like would you move out this year by the end of this year?
Yeah, I mean, so the way I would do it is, I would make sure that everything meets because I'm not in a position where I need to do it. It's like I would make sure my realtor is in a position where, it's like we would make sure that everything meets my needs.
Yeah.
The price that I want to sell it at, the house that I want to move into, make sure the terms, the interest rate, everything is like where I want it to be. If all of that is crossed, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I kind of
I
told him
mean,
that this only works if this is a perfect situation for me.
yeah. So you guys will jump in mid convo, but what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. I'm here with Shawley. I'm Russell, and before we fucking click go, Shawley's like, "Can I say it on stream or what?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's a good intro talk about real estate.
Yeah, because he was just like, he's like, I think I might sell my house, and it was just so random because I'm like, we were like about to start the stream, so we were just discussing that. So you're saying that you private listed your home and you're getting some wild offers, and you
Private
want
listed my home. So honestly, what started this all off, for those of you guys who've been following me for a minute, I've always had like a side hustle of like real estate. Russell knows about this, but we purchased a property back in 2022, for like 1 million. And over the last 3 years of owning it, you know, we were able to like more than double our initial investment. Today, actually, the reason why we're having this late podcast is because I just had a closing on the property where I sold. I actually broke the property into two halves, and I was able to make a mil off of each half. Today, we just closed on the last half of the property, and around all this time that this is happening, something else happens to where like long story short, I get this idea or I get this hint from people in my neighborhood that if you put your house on the market, you will get a crazy offer. I did that, or I'm doing that, and the offers are almost too good to pass up on. Um, so yeah, I guess I guess one of these days we'll get really deep into real estate. But I was telling, I was on the way home and I was kind of just on the phone and I was talking to Princess, and I was just kind of like, man, like no matter what anyone says, like real estate is probably the most thorough and like trusted and like, you know, I don't even know what the word is for it, but it's just the most for me in the last 4 years of my life, the one investment that has just like really came back and multiplied for me has been real estate. Like I always win. You always win with real estate. I've never lost. I've never ever lost with all the properties I've owned, the homes, the land. You make the investment, you forget about it for 2 years, or you live in it for 2 years, and when it's time to get rid of it and sell it, you always come out on top. At least for me, always come out on top. So I'm thankful that I've been able to like. There's a lot of people. I was even talking on the phone. I was like, man, there's a lot of people that make money and they spend it all. They don't put it away. They don't put it into vessels. They just spend it all and whatever. But like if you're watching this and you're making any sort of money, please find someone who can teach you up or school you up on real estate and go pour that money into it, because yeah, sitting on a lot of cash is a waste of money, and obviously spending money won't get you far in life either. So
Yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest things that whenever I hear like financial people talk or just like people in general, they're like the real power is owning land and real estate. Like that's always been kind of the sentiment with the history of America and just the history of the world. I think like what fucks people up is just like the the discipline aspect of it. Like whenever you get money, you want to spend money. So I just feel like sometimes when people get money, they want to
yep.
buy a lot of materialistic things and they don't understand that like whenever you park your money, like the point of parking your money is to appreciate it. We have it
Hmm.
sitting in your bank account, it's not doing anything. Like if anything, like you're kind of like losing that. So
Hmm.
if you're let's say you in your savings, you always have like 100 grand just sitting in there. Like if you put that in a property, that's gonna appreciate, to whatever it's gonna appreciate to versus just keeping it in your savings and it's gonna be 100 grand straight until you look up like 10 years later, you're like, well, now that 100 grand's not the same anymore. Versus like with
Yep.
property, it always go up,
Yeah.
or down, like according to whatever. But for the most part, it goes up. So I mean, shit. I
I
mean,
never I never tried to have obviously you want to have money sitting around for a rainy day, especially when you own a home. But I never try to have just money just sitting around not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
If I have whatever, let's just say $100,000 in my bank account, I'm going to actively search for things to like park my money into and make that money grow. For me, even with this deal that I just did today, like I'm already thinking of ways to like I want to buy more property. One of the things when we closed the deal and I left, I told my realtor on the way out, I was like, yo, if anything else pops up with property or land, please let me know.
Yeah.
I want to be in on it. I want it to be another thing that I just park money into.
Mm.
If I have to pay mortgage on it, whatever. In 2 years, I want to do the same thing again. I want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, congrats, bro. I know like the sale today was supposed to be like a big deal. So
Yeah, it was a big deal. Definitely.
Plans, or you just selling, and that's just kind of it. Just kind of like.
Well, actually, after we do this pod, I'm definitely gonna. I mean, I don't drink, so I actually had a non-alcoholic beer the other day. Yeah. I drink non-alcoholic beer. Have you tried that?
No, I'm not like. I'm not like that. Huh?
Vic, you're not sober. Well, you're sober right now.
Like I'm sober right now, but like I don't have to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Vic, have you tried it? Have you ever tried a non-alcoholic beer?
What's the point?
It tastes like legit real beer. Like I promise you, it tastes like.
Well, okay,
just
but like,
good.
Why would you want something that tastes like beer? Beer tastes like shit.
I love the taste of beer. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. I don't even like beer, so.
I was in a fraternity, man. Like beer was like my water for like 3 years.
So, like, do you actually like the taste of beer, or do you like how beer makes you feel?
That's the thing, man. Like,
actually, no, you were.
Yeah.
You're right.
Bro.
Like IPAs and shit, right? Or whatever the fuck.
Do you think that if you like alcohol solely because of the way it makes you feel, aren't you an alcoholic?
No.
Because I would drink alcohol because I love the way it tastes. Like I love mezcals and I love beer. I love IPAs. I love IPAs because the way they taste. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even. Yeah, I don't think. I think the end goal. I don't think anyone like. Okay, so for me, I like mixed drinks. I don't necessarily like a fucking full-on shot of tequila, but I like what it represents and I like how it feels after I have a couple of them. But yeah, I don't really drink for the taste. Only time I drink for the taste is mixed drinks.
I think I have two modes. If I'm going for shots, it's because I'm eager for the feel. I want to feel. I want to feel like effed up. I want to feel like I have this edge taken off of me. If I'm drinking like a mixed drink, like a margarita or a mezcalita, or like a beer, I'm solely drinking because I want like the taste and maybe the feel too.
Yeah. Damn. What'd you do this weekend though? Because it was Memorial Weekend this week or this past weekend, and we didn't. What did we do Monday? Yeah, we didn't jump on stream Monday because of obviously Memorial Day, and then Tuesday. Now today is Wednesday, so we had a pretty long weekend or a long time away from the chat.
Weekend felt super long. I actually went to Austin for like I was supposed to go for one night. I went to go watch. Man, I mean, like I said, I'm like heavily invested in sports that like 2 years ago I would have never thought I was invested in. But I went to go watch the college softball playoffs, UT versus Clemson. Yeah, I know, but it was very, very entertaining.
Yeah,
watched that. Stayed a couple nights in Austin. Enjoyed the Memorial Weekend. Came back through a house party, and just kind of kicked it. Throughout the weekend, if I ever felt like drinking, I would just have my non-alcoholic beer, and I was chilling. Yeah. Chilling, man.
I feel that. I'm gonna stop making jokes about it because I feel like everyone's like different. Like some people just don't be fucking with alcohol.
You know what's crazy? I have a comment on that. So like whenever I order non-alcoholic beer from an establishment, you get this feeling I get this feeling that the bartender or the person that's selling it to me, they give me this look as in like, oh, you're a recovering alcoholic. Like they give me that look, and it's kind of just like, dang, man, like I'm not, I'm not even on that. I just don't like drinking. I don't like to just bombard my system with alcohol. But they always give you this pity look of like, oh, God bless your soul.
But wait,
Like,
what? Sorry, what is the exact reason why you don't like? I'm not like trying to convince you. I actually don't know. Like, what's the actual reason why you don't like drinking no more?
we can get. I mean, this podcast is all about getting real. So, uh, to be honest, man, there was a point last year where I felt like I was abusing it.
Okay.
I was abusing it because I was using it as I think when you get to a point where anything becomes a vice, like a place for you to escape, I guess, reality or escape, like,
Mm.
you know, what you're dealing with at the time, it gets really like, it can get bad really quickly. I'm not saying that I was out here drinking a case of beer a night or drinking a whole bottle of tequila at night, but there would be nights where like, bro, I would drink like a half a bottle of wine, maybe even more. Like shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. What the fuck am I trying to do right
You're
now?
trying to get the G-rated version.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, there would be nights where like if I was watching a Lakers game or whatever, I would convince myself it was okay to drink like an entire bottle of white wine, Pinot Grigio. That was my
Mhm.
thing. I'd crack open a bottle of like Josh. Josh is a brand of wine. I'd crack open a bottle of Josh Pinot Grigio and just down like 3/4 of the bottle. If I was sharing it with someone, they would have like the remaining 1/4. But yeah, I would down it and I would wake up the next morning and feel absolutely okay, ready to go. I would even run. I would even that was when I was heavy into running.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would reward myself from running with drinking a whole glass of wine. Oh, a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where I was just kind of like, what am I doing? You know? Um, there was the last time I actually like drank for real, I had drank a lot. And I remember I woke up because I kept pushing myself to a place where I was like, okay, I don't really feel drunk anymore. I don't feel like I'm getting the buzz anymore. So let me just keep drinking more and more. It got to a place where like, I woke up one morning and I actually felt like crap one day. And I remember this day. This was the day Georgia played Texas. I think that was in December, college football. And I remember the next day I felt like absolute crap. And I kind of just looked myself in the mirror and I was like, man, I think I'm like, this is starting to turn into something that like could really get bad for me.
Yeah.
And from that point on, man, I just haven't touched the liquor.
Mm. Yeah. You know what? Like not this past. I think like when was this? No, I went out. Yeah, no, actually, it was this past weekend when I went out on a date. Uh,
Mhm.
I had 2.5 drinks at dinner. I
Mhm.
woke up the next morning feeling fucked up. I wasn't even that lit, and I was like, you know what? I definitely get why people stop drinking when they get a little bit older because I just feel like the effects are a lot more severe as your body ages. Because I'm like,
Bro, the next day you feel like ass.
I didn't move all Sunday. Like I was like, man, I don't feel good, and like it
You
was
had 2 drinks?
I had 2.5 drinks, bro.
Yep.
And I felt good, but then I remember I got back to like when I woke up the next day, I was like, it felt like I got hit by a truck.
Bro,
It's not a good
bro.
feeling. I'm just like, man, you know what, man? I think, not that I'm gonna stop drinking. It's just I'm gonna make sure that I understand when I drink, there is a hard repercussion that comes with it. So like drink smart or just understand like yo, you have to pay the price the next day.
That's a fact, man. And
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because you know that I went to Mexico like
Yeah.
recently,
Mhm.
and I tried to give alcohol one more shot. At that point, it had been 6 months since I had last had a drink. So I
Mhm.
tried to give alcohol a shot in Mexico, and I had maybe 2 or 3 drinks.
Mhm.
And bro, I felt so bad the next morning, bro. Like just anxiety, hangover, just like just felt so groggy. My just so just mentally just not clear. Like you just feel so bad. And I looked myself in the mirror. Huh?
It's so weird because like shit, I was drinking heavily. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even like a drinker like that. But in Mexico, I was going dummy. But I felt fine. I didn't feel fucked up. Like I would wake up every morning and feel great, which is weird to me.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was because I hadn't drank in so long.
Yeah, but
So it hit me like a bus, bro. It hit me like, I mean, 6 months no drinking, like
that's
especially
gonna,
going from drinking every day to 6 months cold turkey and then drinking again, like that shit messed me up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was not okay.
I mean, staying on this topic really briefly, I saw a thread the other day where this girl, she said that she basically gave up drinking because she just woke up one day and realized how toxic the the environment around having drinks is.
That's true. Not all the time, but yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I'm like, I just think it just really depends on your personal relationship with like alcohol. Like, I'm gonna continue to drink. I don't drink heavy, but if I do go to dinner, I'm gonna have a mixed drink. Like it's like a non-negotiable. It's almost like I want to sit down and see how this restaurant prepares their drinks. So I just want to drink it. And then it kind of just like, not saying that I need to have fun, but it definitely is a party favor. Like it makes you relax, it makes you kind of smile and giggle, it's just relaxing. Not that like I'm tense when I sit down, but makes the food taste even good too if you understand like how to pair
Parent.
drinks with like different dishes.
I can
It's
agree with that.
Yeah, but I don't rely on it to have a good time. I just know, hey, I'm going to this restaurant to have a good time. This is going to augment my personal experience, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna have a drink, see how it goes with the dishes that I'm having.
I can see that. I just, for me, whenever someone's like,
Card said, "Yeah, Charlie retired on us."
Charlie, what?
Card said you retired on them. I think he's talking about YouTube.
Oh,
Oh, they're talking about YouTube. Not, bro. Hey, Card, I done uploaded 3 videos last week. What you mean? Back to back to back.
um, when someone comes to me and they say like, how do you just not drink for so long, whatever, and they think about not drinking or drinking. For me, man, like I think I just had a question where I was just to myself. I was like, "Oh, what good does this thing do for me?
Yeah,
Like, what are the pros and cons of alcohol?
yeah,
If you really list it out, there's really no pros, bro. You're literally just putting poison in your body. And I mean, I'm not judging anyone that drinks or anything like that. I'm just saying that like when you're drinking alcohol, bro, think about the shit that you put on your wounds and like the shit that they used to clean up our edge ups when we you're literally just forcefully putting that in your body. And maybe they mask the horrendous taste with like, other things and mixtures and stuff like that. But like you're literally drinking poison.
yeah.
So I mean, like I said, I can't talk, I drank for 31 years of my life, but
Damn, bro.
definitely getting to
31.
not 31. I mean, I've drank for however long, probably 15 years. But yeah, I just feel like, there's a life that can be lived and enjoyed without it. And I don't drink, I don't smoke, but those are things that I used to do heavily, and I don't do them anymore. I think as you get, like you said, as you get older, bro, those things start to impact you differently.
Yeah, it hurts. And
It
shit,
hurts.
even staying on that conversation, shit. This past weekend, like I had rodeo goat for the first time. I personally think so far it's the best burger spot that I've had in Houston.
Yeah,
Like
I've
for
had it
me.
before. It's pretty good.
However, I did suffer like pretty extreme repercussions. Like I just can't digest food the way that I used to, dog. Like, and I think
Mhm.
I'm starting to realize, yo, you're getting pretty old, man. Like you're not young. I thought that I could just eat it and I'll be fine. But I think even just the slight butter on the bun fucked me up for 2 days, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I lied. It was I had rodeo gate. I had rodeo go 2 days in a row. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you were just picking out.
yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I just feel like because you talked about it, you said that you you had diarrhea last night.
yeah. But that came from like I not purposely did it, but like
You purposely gave yourself diarrhea.
no, I when there's like for instance, like I'm like I have my weakness are cookies. Like I love cookies.
Yeah.
So if people that came over for my Memorial Day like party, one of my friends, he brought like a tray of like cookies from like Sam's Club, and I like ate like 7 of them last night in one sitting.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, I mean, I already know what's gonna happen when I do stuff like that. So like, I prepare myself for it. I try to drink water I try to like really prepare myself for it.
Yeah, is that the thing you miss the most about like your digestive system, like just being able to eat cookies?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom would buy like 24-pack cookies from like Kroger or HEB, whatever, and I'd be able to finish a whole 24-pack by myself while playing NBA Live.
Yeah. See, my shit used to be ice cream. I used to I before I became lactose intolerant, I was an ice cream connoisseur. I can't do that shit no more, bro. Like I used to eat, the gallons. I used to sit down and eat the gallons of like the full gallons of blueberry or bluebell ice cream and one.
Oh yeah. There was a point where people like when we were younger, 27, 26, 25, like people were going around eating Ben Jerry tubs like in a sitting.
I eat a pint. I mean, if I don't mind it, I'll eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's like sitting down, like straight up.
Nah, man, my stomach.
Milk and cookies. I mean, I have to take lactate now and shit. It just kind of like hold off the explosiveness, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just realized my favorite food used to be lasagna. I can't even eat that now. I don't even know what cheese tastes like no more.
Yeah, I had my first cheese, like my first pizza in like a very long time in Austin, and it had me messed up. I was on the toilet for hours. It was bad.
Your skin be getting dark and shit, and like it just feels like you had a hang. Honestly,
it felt, bro.
It feels like you have
yes, bro. I thought I was the only one. When I eat like shit, the next day feels like I drank a bottle of tequila.
You can still feel it. Yeah, you can still feel it sitting in your stomach. I don't know about you, but I have like I get extreme symptoms. Like I get nauseous. I'm extremely dizzy. My face gets puffed out. Like I remember, I've had times where I've been on the toilet, and like it's funny to say after the fact, but like dead ass, I've had times on the toilet where like I'm literally about to pass out, and like I'm in cold sweat
because your stomach is just like confused.
It just can't process. It just can't process lactose no more. So like I don't know what happened. Mine's just pretty extreme, bro. Like I've had times where I'm like, ah, shit, man. I've fallen asleep on the toilet before. It's bad, bro. Like the room has been spinning. I feel like I was gonna throw up and shit at the same time.
Yeah, I mean it's for real, bro. And that stuff actually does mess with you as you get older, bro. And that's why I prefer to eat clean, but every now and then, I can't say no to cookies. I can't say no to ice cream. And honestly, lately, bro, for some reason, bro, my body has just been like responding really well to like my training habits and like, the way I do diet when I do diet. And I've been able to maintain like a relatively lean physique. So on the weekends or like when I feel like I deserve it, I go ham on desserts. And like that's when I usually experience the worst side effects. But
you know what kills me though? I can't even fuck with desserts no more, bro. Like that's the one that I've completely cut out. Like I don't even try anymore.
Yeah. Like, what's crazy? When I don't eat like that though, I sleep better and I just
100%.
Yeah.
Bro, when you the nights where you eat some bullshit and you're trying to go to sleep, your body wakes you up at 2 to 3 in the morning and it's like, nah, nigga, what did you do? Like, it's so bad, man. You be tossing and turning like
because of sugars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is, you be tossing and turning, like just praying. You're like, bro, like I'll never do this again. Like this is the last time, I swear.
This happened to me last night. I woke up, bro. Like I told you guys, like before we got on the pod, like last night it was like it wasn't night. It was like 4:45 in the morning. I woke up like with a rush, and like I was just like, bro, what the hell is it? My heart was racing and my stomach was hurting, and it was just like my body was like calling me to go to the bathroom, and like it summoned me to the bathroom, and I just like. Rest in peace to my bathroom. I had to light a candle.
It's like an automatic shower too. When you finish up, it's like, bro, I gotta clean this off.
Oh, you shower?
Sometimes it depends. Like
I shower too.
Yeah, like if I got company over, definitely got to shower. There's no way I'm getting back in the bed with like fecal matter all over my body and shit, bro.
We had this talk on Max's podcast, and both of Max and Joe said that they didn't shower after they blasted like that. And I was like, bro, there's no way I could power blast my toilet. There's no way I could power blast my toilet and just get back in bed like nothing happened.
Hell no, nah. There has to be some type of Yeah.
Like
Like I have to clean my. I feel nasty. Like
even dude wipes couldn't get all the feces off my ass. Like like there's
it's
just no way.
everything. I gotta clean the air off. I gotta clean like my body, my soul, like everything. Gotta
Clean the what off?
the air.
Oh, they
Like
said the hair. I was like, bro,
no,
that's too detailed, bro.
no. That's shit. No, I just feel like but I shower pretty frequently. I shower probably like two times a day.
It's pretty. It's what a human should do.
No, you'd be surprised. Shit.
Yeah, true.
Some of these people, have you heard some of the people be talking about they shower maybe like once every other day?
I do know people like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's poor. That's poor hygiene. But yes.
You see what BPN did this past weekend?
Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, man, that's just like a different level of like running that, like, no offense, only white people can achieve. Truly, like, unless you're David Goggins
or like you're Ethiopian
or you're from Africa or like truly African, like Ethiopian, like you said, that's that quote unquote white people shit. And I fucking respect it. Like,
is it Ethiopian?
Running, yeah, it is the Ethiopian.
Dude, like,
running 100 miles with your feet, bro. Like, come on, man. Like what?
It was crazy. They did their ultra marathon. It was like you have an hour to run 4.2 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you finish up, you could rest until the next round starts. And them boys did that shit for like basically like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah. I'm sure it unlocks a different level of like mental, like I always imagine, there's this one dude I follow on Instagram, just True.
Oh, Kenyans, my fault, Trevor.
Kenyans too, yeah. There's this one dude I follow on Instagram. He's with BPN. Truett. I don't know if he's with BPN. Maybe he is, but this dude that he runs, I don't know how to say his name. If someone is watching this and they know how to say that dude's name, Truett, TRUETT. He like runs in jeans and shit.
Okay.
He runs in like jeans and a hat. He's a badass dude, bro. I found out he was really short recently, but it has nothing to do with it. I don't know why.
That's fun. Goddamn.
But yeah, I found out that he runs marathons and stuff in jeans and stuff. You've seen him somewhere. You've seen him. Anyways,
yeah.
I look at him and I'm just like, bro, like the mental strength that you have to run 100 miles for 2 days straight and still do it at a fucking reasonable time. I feel like you're just like a different level of human. And my hat goes off to you because like I ran a half marathon. I've done the high rocks, and those don't compare to running 100 miles.
I think they ran more.
Yeah, bro. We don't need to.
I think they ran like 200 actually.
Nah, there's no way, bro. Come on.
What do you mean?
They ran 200 miles.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty sure they ran close to 200, bro.
No, it's 100 because he posted his time after it was 100 miles, and his pace was like 14 minutes per mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn, bro. I respect it. I think they're sick, like in a great way. Like what's so funny? I think the opposite. I think they're broken, like in the best way possible. Like I think there's like something there or something that's not there because any sane human being would have stopped.
Nah, I just think
that's like to me, that's like when I say that, it's the ultimate form of respect for me because I think that you need unbalanced individuals are the ones that are truly great anyways. Like if you talk to Michael Jordan is probably a psychopath. I think LeBron's probably a psychopath. I think Kobe's a psychopath. I think Tom Brady's a psychopath. I think any great athlete, truly, they're psychopaths.
Nick Bear's a psychopath.
Yeah, Nick Bear's a fucking psycho. They're all psychos. It's a compliment to me. I think there's something broken that you've been able to manifest into being great at something.
Psychopath in the sense, and I agree with everything you said, psychopath in the sense that like when you're running, like I'm trying to break it down in the best way that I relate to it. When you're running, and let's say you're running an 8 miler, you're at 6 miles and your body's starting to break down, you want to just like slow down the pace, but you go harder, even though you're in pain. That's like the level of psychopath I believe Nick Bear is. Or shit, in his terms, when you're running a 100-mile race and you're at mile 90 and you want to fucking kill yourself and you go harder and you end up finishing stronger and you probably beat your last ultra. That's like the level of psychopath I think Nick Bear is. Like,
Also, you have to realize like
I
it's
mean, he also,
almost like whenever you're pushing against something very, very hard, these guys are pushing against that for like 48 hours.
yeah,
48 hours, bro. Like I'm talking about these motherfuckers were outside in the Texas heat running in a lap for 2 days
yeah.
straight.
I
There's
think
so many good reasons to quit. Hey, bro, like like I want to sleep in bed, or I want an actual meal. Like, mind you, there's no prize for winning. Like, there's no like direct prize for winning, except for the fact that you say that you're the last person standing.
yeah, I mean, I strive to get to that level, and I feel like when you're at that level of like mental like strength, like there's nothing else in life that you can't accomplish. You know,
No, for sure. I mean,
I think and Nick says this a lot. He says that running changed his life and it saved his life. I would imagine that, I mean, just from my business, the stress that comes with business. I remember when I was running every single day, the positives that it did for me in my business, and like it changed my whole perspective on how I viewed stressful situations. It changed my whole perspective on how I got through tough times. It really changed. Honestly, like I was seeing Nick and the ultra shit pop up on socials, and then also just like going through tough times in business here and there. It's made me want to like really get back into running again, because like I really feel like I was at my best. I was in my best overall form and shape when I was running daily. And that I'm speaking solely to the mental aspect of it, because like, man, running is a different, and then to do an ultra and all that stuff, the first thing that I think about when I see them cross the line and they do the 100 miles is like, these dudes just accomplished another level of another mental level that like I haven't tapped into yet.
yeah, no, that shit was. Yeah, I'm not into that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not an endurance athlete, but just watching it, I'm just like, it made me feel soft. I'm like, oh no, you soft.
Yes.
Like, you
Yes.
can turn it up a notch. You know what I mean? Like, there's a different level of comfort that you need to accept if you want to be like on that type of level in my particular field. So it's like it was motivating. I didn't keep up like directly like a lot of people did like on live stream or anything like that, but I was watching the updates. They were posting about it, and I feel like that might be because I'm around obviously I'm signed by BPN and shit, and they be talking about like the different ultra marathons they're running and shit. I feel like it might be a big staple going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Out at Bear Ranch. He told us that, hey, if you guys want to pull up and stay at Bear Ranch, you just pull up, just let us know. And we'll clean it up for you. We can just stay there. They have a gym there and shit, lodging, four-wheelers, and all that kind of shit. I'm like, hey, might fuck around go in the fall.
Man, I kind of want to get back into running, man. Like that ultra shit is like very inspiring. Like you said, when I watched it, I was like, damn, have I been soft? I feel like I've already taken my training up a level with like this Congo shit every day, and like, just training differently. And I just feel like there's another level I haven't tapped into yet. I'm reaching that level of unk status where like I kind of just want to like challenge my mind and my body in so many ways.
You just start doing random shit just to like, because
Yeah.
like you just, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now in life, because I'm not doing bodybuilding no more. So, what can I do to really challenge myself? And bro, when I was running, running was the closest thing that I felt to like, there were moments where you felt like you're about to die, but you don't die. You just get really close to dying.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're doing a run workout, when you're doing an 800 meter sprint or a 400-meter sprint, or you're doing repeats, that shit will really challenge you, bro. Like it really takes you to a semi-dark place where you really have to like tap into like some Kobe part of your brain to keep going. Especially when your heart's racing and the sun's out, like you just have to really tap in, and you have to almost tell yourself that if I die, I die.
Yeah.
It's actually it sounds psychotic, but I would do like 400 repeats or 800 repeats and try to do like a 7 or 6 minute pace or 7 minute pace. And, there were points where like, between breaths, you would just feel like you were at near death. You
Yeah.
would have to tell yourself, keep going.
The only time I can relate to shit like the only time I ever related to shit that y'all talking about was like when I was playing football. And that's the
Mhm.
whole time. Other than that, bro, I'm not willingly putting my body through endurance shit like that. You know what's so funny though? I do want to hit someone up on the BPN team, like, hey, I'm gonna drive to Austin and like let's make a video about me running a mile. And like I think I'm gonna do it for real. After seeing that, I'm like, the least I can do is run a fucking mile. So I'm gonna probably hit up.
I thought you were gonna say 3 miles, but
Fuck no, man. What the fuck? I know my limits. I'm gonna just see how fast I can run a mile. That's it.
really?
I'm not a fucking athlete like that. I'm not running no 3 miler.
Yeah, I would imagine the amount of
Bro,
muscle you have.
yeah, bro, I can't even what?
Yeah.
Like why would I jump into running a 3 mile? Something's gonna pop.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty confident that I'm still a good runner. I mean, you don't really lose it when you get really serious into it. I'm at a very lightweight right now. I could probably run a 3 miler like a 8:30 pace right now, no problem.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
As a matter of fact, I kind of want to try it tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna try.
Live your life, dog. I mean, I would if I if I was a runner and like that motivated you, like yeah, run. I'm just not. Fuck, I'm not a runner, so it's just like I have no intention of just randomly just running. You know what I'm gonna do as a powerlifter? I'm just gonna get up and start running a mile in this Houston heat. That's like instant injury right there.
Yeah.
Russ would be like the Hulk running. But getting into some of the topics here, man. I mean, the NBA playoffs are starting to cool off a little bit. Like I really don't.
I mean, because you already know what's gonna happen. You already know it's gonna be the Thunder and the Pacers. Yeah.
So
You know,
Thunder went up 3-1, kind of like we kind of thought was gonna happen. What are your thoughts on just I guess the series? They're playing tonight, might be the closeout game. But what are your thoughts on the series and how the last game played out?
thoughts on the Pacers, the Thunder?
Yeah, Thunder and Wolves. Yeah,
So as far as from a betting perspective, I'm not betting sides. I just feel like, the NBA's got some tricks up their sleeves, and I'm not really feeling the sides. I think tonight I'm leaning more towards the over. I think the over is at 220. I think they both come out and put up points. I think the Thunder honestly probably end up winning by more than 8, which is the spread right now. I think we probably see like a 124 to 130 point to like 100 point by the Timberwolves game. So a total of like 230. I think the Thunder are going to blow them out. I mean, they're at home, and this is an opportunity for them to close the series out and just go home and just like rest until the finals, and then obviously win their first finals. So, yeah, I think the Thunder win this series and they close it out tonight. And I think, all this talk about Ant being the face of the league, I think that calms down.
yeah. I was gonna get into that next. I mean, I was watching it. I just feel like I don't know, man. I think it's maybe because like, we watched basketball like in the early 2000s, late 2000s, or in the 2000s and 10s. I just feel like these players are not. The game is just like so. It's not like a thinking man's game the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Like I just feel them. I just feel like they make a lot of mistakes and they do like the same shit, even though it doesn't work a lot. I was kind of shocked at Ant giving the ball up so easily. Because what was it, game 3 or whatever? He had 36 or however many he had. I'm like, why don't you just keep that same mentality going to this game?
This playoffs has kind of felt, especially with the 4 teams that are left, it's kind of felt like the battle of who's the least premature.
Yeah.
Who's the least experienced, or who's the least who the lesser of choke artists. So you have Shai, you have Jalen Brunson, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Anthony Edwards, obviously. And I think we're starting to see, it's very clear that Tyrese and Shy are the two most equipped, ready, mentally ready, physically ready, every night ready to perform in the NBA Finals. And that's I told you this over the text message, like over the chat. Like Tyrese Halliburton, he deserves his respect. I think he's proven to everyone that he's a legitimate superstar in the NBA.
Nah, not a superstar, but he's
Oh, you're tripping, bro. Come on.
nah.
All right.
What's a superstar to you?
Triple double with no turnovers.
No, that's not.
Okay.
Not. I feel like it's,
30 point triple double with no turnovers.
well, I'm with you. Tyrese needs his respect.
Another definition of a superstar, a nigga who's won the game for the Pacers in 4 games. Bro, 4 games in this playoffs, he's won the game for them in the last like 1 minute. That's a superstar, bro. And leading them to their first NBA Finals. Come on.
No, he's not a superstar. But I feel you. He's playing like a superstar. He's not a superstar.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
I mean, do you think people are gonna watch that series, the finals series?
Everyone's saying that it's not a watchable
No.
series.
I'm gonna watch it. I think it's gonna be a great series. I'm just saying he's not a superstar, so no one's gonna watch it.
I think the NBA is doing a really good job of like marketing and hyping up the potential, the potential of that series. Like Ty is he's popular right now. He's popular he's popping right now, and so is Shy. I think it's going to be I think it's one of those things where like everyone's talking about it's not going to be watched, but it's probably going to end up being probably the most viewed playoff series, the viewed NBA Finals series in a while. Watch, mark my words. Mark my words.
I'll mark him at 490 at 49 minutes and 50 seconds. So this will be the most watched finals.
It will be.
Fuck no. No one knows. I mean, like, so for me, superstar means like you are a box office draw on top of being one of the best players in the NBA. First of all, Tyrese's not even top 10 in the NBA right now in terms of players. Second of all, I've never heard someone be like, yo, I got to make it back home because I got to watch this Tyrese Halliburton game. Like, I don't think it's that. I think he is the point guard of a really, really good team that has a really good coach, and they're finding themselves in the playoffs. Or they're finding themselves damn near in the finals now. But, like, saying that Tyrese himself is the superstar now, I think his game is getting there, but I don't think he's, like, an actual superstar right now. I think he's highly disrespected by his peers, though, for sure. But nah, hell no.
That's fair. I won't go back and forth on that, but I think we're gonna get a really good final series out of both of them.
I think it's gonna be a good matchup, actually. Like, it's gonna be an entertaining final series. It's kind of like how, like, I'm a fan of the Spurs and I like watching them play, but like I understand the only people that fuck with the Spurs are people that live in San Antonio.
I think people just have this like notion that the Pacers are naturally boring, but like they're actually very,
They're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch, but not a lot of people that have. Especially if you watch the NBA this year, they were a very boring team to watch in the regular season. But this playoffs, they've been complete 180. They're actually a very fun team to watch. So like this notion of like it's going to be the most less viewed or whatever, it's coming from like the Pacers of the past time. People haven't caught on to the Pacers of today, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, you know why no one watches the Pacers games? Because they have no names on their team.
Oh my god. All right.
It's the truth. I like the players. I think Siakam is cold. I think all their players are cold. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to names, it doesn't travel. Like, they're great. They're great. I'm with you. I'm watching the finals and shit. I'm just saying from a perspective of marketing, like who's
what the Halliburton, man? I'm telling you, what the Hallie?
Fuck no, man. That's like the biggest thing that's happened to him in his career. Who have you ever met someone and be like, yeah, I'm about to rush home and watch this late? Nigga, I've been at the gym and niggas like, yo, no, Bron playing tonight, bro. I gotta make it back home. No, Ant going, no, yo, Ja playing tonight, bro. I gotta get back to the crib. Like, I've never heard someone say, yeah, man, I gotta slide back to the crib immediately because Holly finna play. Like, what?
They will be next year.
This is like you remember the Jimmy Butler discussion? Jimmy Butler was better. But this is almost like the Jimmy Butler discussion.
Nah, you know what, bro? I'm actually starting to realize that Jimmy Butler was nice. Don't get me wrong.
During that time, I'm talking about, like, remember when he took him to the finals a couple times? Bro, I think it was you. You said he was top 10.
I did.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, bro. I remember I said, bro, Jimmy Butler's not top 15, dog. And then you called me insane. I remember that conversation now. Yeah.
I see a higher ceiling for Tyrese Halliburton than Jimmy Butler. Way higher. Way higher. Halliburton is damn near like he can actually, if he keeps at this rate, bro, he could be like a top tier he could be a goated, he could be a really good point guard by the time he retires.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
top 25 point guards of all time by the time he retires. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Magic Johnson, except he can score better. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that we gave? Do you think that we crowned Ant to?
Was that crazy?
Yeah. Do you think that we crowned?
Yeah, that was pretty wild. But I'm saying that his trajectory is like Magic Johnson without the disease.
We got this. We got Magic Johnson fucked up, man.
Yeah, we do. At least I do.
Yeah, man.
I got him all the way messed up.
Going back to the Wolves and Thunder series. Do you think that we crowned Ant too early?
Entirely.
I feel like with Ant, we gave him too much credit.
Beating up some old heads.
Magic Johnson said it's crazy, man. Disrespectful.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Hey, I deserve 30 lashes. 100 lashes. Nigga.
Oh shit. My nigga poured some sauce on that. I was like, oh shit. I said 25 all time. I was like, man, I gotta think about that one. Then he said Magic Johnson's trajectory. I was like, man.
If I would have said MJ or Michael, if I would have said Michael Jordan, man, I would have.
I would have hung up.
We should have just stopped this pod.
Yeah, I would hang up.
I'm like, yo, Vic, it's time.
Nah, but going on to Ant, I just think that he beat him on some.
No.
I think Ant beat up on some old heads, and we just gave him too much credit because he was talking a lot of shit. And it's fly when it's happening. But like when he beat Braun, I'm like, why is this such a big deal? Yeah, Braun is like 500 years old. I never thought the Lakers were a good team anyways. I know people were really hyped on them, but I'm like, they don't play defense. And both their key players are horrible on defense. So they're just gonna get picked on the whole series. I was like, if they win, it's because the other team they ran into was like really bad. I just didn't think they were a great team. And then he after that he beat a Stephless Warriors. Steph is old too, so I'm not like, I don't think that you went and took Steph's head necessarily. And Draymond's old as fuck too, so it's not really the same. When he took out KD and the Sun, like what I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think people just hype him. Ant is currently my favorite player to watch. I just think that we gave him too much credit for knocking off people that are kind of like on their way out.
Yeah. I mean, I think this was a perfect, if the NBA wanted to showcase the new era of the NBA, this was the best way to do it. They did a great job this year. Like, if this was all in the script for them to showcase Jalen Brunson, Cat, Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Tyrese, Benedict, Shy, Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, all these new faces. If they wanted to showcase top new faces, the way they're doing it right now, this Final Four group, bro, spectacular. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Granted, the matchups are, a lot more one-sided now. We know who's going to be in the finals now. But this was a spectacular NBA playoffs, spectacular Final Four. And I honestly think it's going to be a spectacular NBA Finals. I think it puts more pressure on the old heads next year to see what they're gonna do with their careers. Like I think as a LeBron sexual, like I've said before on this podcast, if I was voting for a president and there was male, female, LeBron sexual, I would probably check LeBron sexual. I would check it and then I would circle it just so they know what I stand by. So as someone who identifies as that so down to the core, I think it's time for that nigga to retire. I think it's time for that nigga to retire, bro. Like I don't
He's
want.
about to get paid $50 million next year.
I mean, shoot, if he's about to get 50 million, bro, stay. I feel you. But it's time to retire. So it's time to start thinking about letting it go. And honestly, I'm scared for Bronny's future when that happens.
Why?
Bronny needs to really this next year of Bronny and Bron being on the same team, he needs to really have like a breakout year where he becomes a guard that averages 4 to 6 points a game.
I don't think. I mean, he was drafted in the second round. Like, give that nigga a chance to develop.
I say that because when LeBron retires, bro, maybe a team keeps him for marketing purposes, but there's a good chance that you know what Nick Young said the other day about Jalen Green being the shelved when they shelve you, no matter who you are or where you come from, when they shelve you, they shelve you. If Bronny doesn't have like a breakout season, when I say breakout, like 4 to 6 points a game off the bench, if he doesn't have that kind of season next year, they might shelve him. And when they shelve him, bro, he might just be one of those players that just, there was a good success story of him playing with his dad for 2 years and he's in and out of the G League. He gets traded. He rides the bench. If he doesn't have like a breakout year in a sense of like averaging 3 to 5 points a game, bro, or at least a steal per game or a rebound, damn it. If he doesn't have that kind of career next year or that kind of season next year, when LeBron retires, bro, I'm scared of what happens to his future. We can talk about that later, but that's kind of what I've been thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, the nigga just got there. You know what I mean? Like he's cold in the G League. I think he just needs more confidence and like more opportunity. But I'm not expecting nothing from him next year. I mean, second year player, that's a second round pick, playing in the G League. Just let him develop more. But I would be interested to see what would happen to him if LeBron retired. But I actually think he might be a solid, like he might be like a decent NBA player. Like when Austin Rivers, like towards the end of his career, I feel like the best version of Bronny might be like Austin Rivers, like maybe right before he left the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I just think I don't think he's gonna be like I don't think he's gonna have like a long career. He's not like extremely gifted, but you can tell he's decently smart and thinks the game. He just needs more time to develop that confidence. When I see him play, because I used to tap into his G League games here and there, because I was trying to make do of the money I was spending with the fucking NBA League Pass shit that I bought. He's solid. He's solid. He just needs to bring that confidence over to the NBA.
Yeah. Austin Rivers was a good comparison. I say Austin Rivers with a little bit of Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah, that's another good.
They come off the bench and they give you what you need and they relieve your starters and they play defense, really good defense, and they knock down open threes when they knock down tough shots when it's needed.
Yeah. I mean, Knicks and Pacers. I mean, we saw they Pacers went up 3-1. We kind of talked about that. Is Brunson a ball hog? Because I know that conversation was started by Jeff Teague, basically saying that they play a little bit better whenever Brunson comes off the ball. What are your sentiments on Brunson being a ball hog and like maybe just like holding the ball too long for the Knicks offense?
I believe it. I mean, he is a ball hog.
Do you think he's a ball hog, or do you think that they just don't really have the pieces to really be like a fluid offense?
No, they definitely have the pieces to be a fluid offense. I just think that if you really think about Tom Thibodeau and how he's ran and coached his past teams, they don't really have a set offense.
Their offense.
So
remember when D Rose? Remember him with D Rose, Jimmy Butler?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you're like you're kind of
work.
you're trying to expect triangle offense out of a coach who doesn't really preach that. Kind of reminds me of like Mike D'Antoni. It's like, I don't even know what Tom Thibodeau's strong suits are, bro. And
Defense.
usually, maybe defense. Yeah, I would say defense. So like on offense is just kind of like it's just there. If you watch the Knicks play, bro, it's actually very disgusting basketball.
It's really bad.
Like,
I mean, I was talking about it. We talked about it a couple games ago, and I was like, why they play such bad? Like, why did Carl Anthony Towns just shoot the ball? Like, why did he just pull up for a 3?
Step back threes, dribbling between his legs, like making no look passes from the top of the key, like, which I mean that's not bad, but like,
just shot selection sometimes. I'm like, why did they just pull that?
Right in a perfect world, Cat should not be insinuating that he's a point guard. He should be down low, or occasional kick out to the top or to the side for a 3, but he should be posterizing and dominating down low. That's where his strong suit is.
When you watch the game, and when he goes crazy, it's usually because he's punishing in the paint. Mm-hmm. And then when he has his fucked up games, it's usually when he's like pulling. Like, I watched him do a walk up 3, like a heat check 3, and I was like, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah, even Shaq called him out on it. Was like, "What the hell is that?" Shaq was like, "If that was my team, I would have 2-pieced him in the locker room." Like a center doing a walk up 3. If you're not Joker, bro, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I feel like Joker, like Carl
doesn't even do that much.
Yeah, Jokic don't do it that much. But even when he does, that shit's wet.
Yeah,
I get shocked when he misses shots. To be honest with you,
me too.
But like Carl, like I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching him play. I'm like, bro, you're literally dominant down low, and like you just choose to like fuck around, which is I don't know. Yeah, I like going back to what you said with Brunson. I think their offense is just pretty stagnant, and if Brunson don't do anything, nothing's gonna get done. So
they need him.
Yeah,
I mean, the last game they kept him in the game until he had 4 fouls in the first half, and I was just like, yeah, if live or die by a player had a definition, this is it right here.
Yeah,
like they literally live or die by Jalen Brunson. It's actually pretty.
It's funny. They pulled him and
they played better.
Yeah, they did better. That's why everyone was like, "Man, is Jalen the problem?" But
I think it's a mixture of him being ball hog and also having too much green light.
Yeah, he has the ultimate green light. Also, they played. I mean, I don't know how Tibbs looks at his rotations. But man, can you imagine playing 50, 40 minutes a game throughout the whole playoffs?
So unlike the Lakers situation, the Lakers actually had a trash bench, so they could only play 7 to 8 players. The Knicks actually have a solid bench, bro. You have Mikal Bridges, you have, Cameron Payne, I love him off the bench. They have other players that they could play off the bench. I just feel like I personally don't think he utilizes his roster in the best way, but I mean I could be wrong. But I think the Knicks. Hey, kudos for the Knicks for making this far. I do have a feeling though that one of these teams, whether it's the Knicks or the Wolves, they're going to surprise us with the next 2 games.
You think so?
One of these series, finals, conference finals series, I think one of them is going to go 6 games. I don't know which one. Maybe even 7. And it might be the Knicks Pacers series. Just remember I said that on this pod.
Okay. I mean, tonight we're going to see for sure with the Wolves.
Yeah. It probably won't be the Wolves because I just don't think that they have it. But the Knicks can rally, bro. Even that last game, they came back. They just know how to rally. I
just think that once that 3-1 happens, it's like I feel like niggas start making plans for vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine right now you're on a team that's down 3-1 and you got your girl and you're like, yeah, babe, this shit ain't looking too good. Start getting that. Start picking out places that we want to go to. Yeah, we want to go to Aruba, right? All right, like games done. Okay, try to like book it for here. Just naturally, you pull up to the game, you're not finna be balling like that. So it really depends on what's happening, the conversations they're having in the locker room. I just feel like at that point, it's a wrap. You're just wondering, at what point am I going to be able to go to vacation and start my summer?
You think these? Yeah, I mean, bro, they're getting paid so much money.
Yeah, I mean, like think about it. Like just really think about it in your actual life, like your real life. I know we like to romanticize like all athletes are like, no, it's not over till it's over type shit. But I'm so happy that these athletes all have podcasts now and start talking about like what it was really back when they were playing. I'm like, oh, they're human beings, bro. They just get paid a fuck ton of money to play a really, really highly followed game. For sure. I think there's players on their team right now. Honestly, I saw that video of PJ fucking around on the jet, like laughing and shit. But you would like to think that like nothing is funny right now because they're losing a series, but
that's true. They're getting paid so much money, it doesn't matter.
Not who gives a fuck, but man, you're making so much money. And they're probably getting playoff bonuses.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, babe, we just lost the last game. I know you said you try to go to Cancun. Just start getting that shit ready. Pack up a little bit. Just have it ready because the second this game is over, we flying out there. That's how they move. They're literally like, yo, we lose, and like literally they just fly out.
It's kind of why you respect the players. Like people say Giannis is annoying, but like he plays with heart. You know, I think he actually like gets affected by a loss. It makes you respect the players that are actually affected by losses.
I mean, we talked about it. I was like, yo, to be great, you have to be sick. Like,
yeah.
Think about how much money, bro.
Kobe, obviously Kobe was the last one.
No, I think the players that take it seriously for me are the players that you could tell when the season starts, they're in shape. So as much as I don't really relate to LeBron's mentality, LeBron takes it very fucking serious. Like, let's not get that twisted. To be 40 and constantly in shape,
oh yeah,
you're making like 50 million a year. You're very serious about it. You have a different mentality about it. I think Shaw's like that now that I watch him a lot more closely and just seeing how much his game has developed. Yeah, like Giannis, all those players. Yeah, you have to have something wrong in your head almost to still try extremely hard at something that you're getting paid money that like your whole lineage can retire almost.
So Paul George is probably on the opposite spectrum, right? Paul George does not take this shit seriously at like whatsoever. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of,
I didn't think it. I was kind of just saying that almost rhetorically. Like, I think he doesn't care.
Like I don't know if he doesn't care. I just don't think he's that good anymore. That leg injury fucked him up.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he came back and had some really good seasons.
Yeah, he did. I just think he doesn't care, bro. He's getting paid way too much money.
I just think he's old now, bro. He got to be like 33, 34 now.
That's not old, man.
I think that we don't think it's old because you have players like Braun and
Gilly said it best. He was like, "You just don't. The nigga doesn't care no more, bro. He's just
the podcast shit.
Yeah, Paul George doesn't care no more, bro. He just doesn't care. And shit, if I was getting paid $260 or how much he's getting paid, like, bro, it would be hard for me to care too, especially when he's tried it. But you have to remember, Paul George was back. Back then he was battling with LeBron on the Cavs. Those were the good days.
No, the Heat, remember?
And the Heat, yeah.
Those are good days, man.
Those are good days. That was when his edge up line came down to like right here.
Yeah, that was iconic.
Yeah.
That nigga had no forehead.
Zero. I don't know how he fixed that shit, but his forehead was like in the middle.
It receded to normal length. Like,
yeah. He used to have a forehead in the middle of his head.
No, man, what an era, man. That's when like everyone gave a fuck about basketball.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that was like, remember? So it was Pacers, Heat. You had Celtics were still popping back then. Spurs, OKC, Lakers, Rockets, Warriors were bubbling, Clippers, bro. Damn.
Yeah. An era.
Damn. Memphis was cracking. Damn, man. That was a good era of basketball. I think that's when basketball peaked.
It's gonna peak again soon.
I hope so. These new niggas are different.
Yeah, but I think it's exciting. I mean, I'm excited for this new face. I'm excited for next year, honestly. I think next year is actually going to be a really good year.
You think Zion's a bust after this year if he
I
doesn't get it
think,
together?
I don't think it's his fault, bro. His team sucks. I think Zion either needs to get traded or they need to try
Sean,
and.
Sean. You don't think it's his fault?
I mean, yeah, it is his fault for not staying in shape, but I think now he's finally in shape. I don't think it would. I still wouldn't be fair to say that it's a bust if he doesn't take the Pelicans to a playoff series. I mean,
They've been to the playoffs without him.
that's true.
I think he's on the clock. I think next year, if it don't work out, man, you just got. I think it's all on him. It's always been all on him. Like,
But the games that he did play this year, bro, the nigga is unstoppable. I think he knows he's.
yeah. Bro, that's what makes it even worse. Like, it's not because he can't play.
The thing, I think Zion does care though.
No, I don't think he cares.
Nah.
That's one where I don't think, bro. Being in shape is about caring, bro.
Yeah, and
the injuries he suffers,
and he's like
because he's not in shape, man. Like, you can't. That's like the epitome for me, and I think he's dope. I actually like a lot of what he does. He's into anime and shit like that. He plays extremely hard when he does play, but when it comes to like the off the court stuff, like he's just not locked in. And it's kind of hard. Like sometimes it's like you forget that these athletes they're 1 year in college, and then boom, you got 20 million guaranteed.
His is like 250, right? But
yeah, his contract after that. Like I'm talking about just straight out the NBA, straight out the college.
Yeah,
like you get like a 20 million guaranteed dollar contract, if not more. And then after that, your second contract, because they had to give him another contract to keep him on, 200. I think it was like 180 or 200 with stipulations. Like, and it says in his contract, keep your weight down. He couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, to me, that's all about caring. That's all about effort.
Yeah.
And then the injuries are soft tissue. It's not like you're like breaking shit. It's because like you're out of shape. Like it's like you're not taking care of your body properly. So yeah, I think after this year like if he doesn't perform, it's gonna be a bust.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate. He got that bread, he don't care one bit. Yeah, it's tough. Imagine young Shawley, you come out of college and it's like, hey Shawley, we're gonna give you 30 M's right now.
Yeah. I mean, bro, yeah, I think it's all subjective, but I agree that the money definitely influences these kids to not care as much. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's only going to get worse.
Oh, yeah.
Only going to get worse.
To close out the NBA discussion, I know that they're saying that this is probably going to be the most explosive NBA offseason of all time. Like when it comes to trades and free agency and all that.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. I think they're going to break up the Celtics. I think Giannis is going to go somewhere exciting. I'm excited for the Pistons next year. I think they're going to be a really good team. The Rockets are going to make a move. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think what's going to happen, kind of like piggybacking off the conversation we just had, it sounds like the league is going to take back control of their league. It's become too much of a players' league.
Yeah, and they lost so much money letting it be a players' league.
Yeah.
They lost too much money. I agree.
Yeah, like you said, we have niggas like Zion that can't stay in shape enough, and you're forking over 200+ million to him. You have Podcast P that's like literally doing podcasts
as they're getting their bag blown out. Yeah.
Destroyed. Joel Embiid can't play. Joel Embiid announces to niggas, I'm not playing half the games this season. Like, and you're giving him like 200 million.
Oh, they forced him to get in shape this offseason.
Who?
Joel Embiid, with the thing that they said. There was that report that came out that said that like if he didn't get in shape and play next year, that he would have to forfeit his contract. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they came out with a report when they told him when he said that he was gonna have to miss another year or some shit like that. He had that surgery again. There's a clause in his contract that says that like if he doesn't play a certain amount of games next year, or if he doesn't play at all next year, they could revoke his contract.
Because he came into the season fat. Like, he looked bad.
Yeah. Well, it's his knee and his fatness. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his knee didn't allow him to work out. Like, he had to rest.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we're about to see a big reckoning this offseason. Once the day the playoffs are done and the champions announced, we're gonna see a very wild NBA free agency.
I'm happy, man. Adam Silver needs to take back control, bro. Like, I'm tired of watching the NBA during the season. It sucks. Like, make it fun again.
It's horrible.
Make it fun.
All right, moving on to the NFL. Not really like the NFL, but like news about NFL players. Travis Hunter gets married over the weekend, so congratulations to Travis Hunter. Vic, I don't know if you want to run the footage, if Vic is still available on the stream.
Run that clip. This clip is brought to you by Trash Talk.
I guess the clip of him dancing with his fiance.
Oh, alien versus predator looking ass. He was like AVP, right?
Yeah, he does.
He was like the Predator. I'm so sorry. I mean, attractive guy, but attractive predator looking guy.
You think Travis Hunter is attractive?
Do you?
I don't think a lot of women will find him attractive. No.
Now that he has money, they will.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
He's the sexiest nigga alive.
Oh yeah. he can be fine as fuck to whoever as long as he got that cash on him.
You think his wife loves him for him?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. She was there before. She was there before the money. I listened to an interview of her talking about how they met. So I think she does like him for him, actually. Now that I think about it, he's a really good guy, man.
He seems like an amazing dude.
Yeah, very God-fearing, very loving and caring. When he talks about his girlfriend, bro, you could tell like he was obsessed with her. So I bet you he treats her like a queen, and she probably really likes that. Obviously,
the no prenup is just like not cool with me, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's just not cool with me. It's just not cool.
That was gonna be the second conversation.
Yeah, bro. No way.
Yeah, no, they're not high school sweethearts.
I think they are actually.
Yeah, I think yeah, like his last year. She wasn't in high school when he met her, though. I think.
What is she doing?
She's older. She's older. She's like college or something like that. Yeah, so like,
what's good, Jamie?
She has like a little bit more life experience than he does, but I feel like I mean, we could get into it. When they got
the lines, quick little pivot here. Did y'all know that Hailey Bieber just sold a road for like $1 billion?
Sold what?
Showed yeah, right here.
Her skincare line?
Yeah.
Wow. Man. Justin Bieber's not broke no more.
Yeah. That was the flex.
Oh,
they said he was broke before he sold his masters.
Well, I mean, shit. They're never. Damn, Road did that well. Man, I swear, these celebrities, they can put their name on anything, and it just turns to gold, bro.
Yeah.
Man, shit. Props to her, bro. I didn't even know that shit was doing well.
I didn't even know she had I mean, I don't follow any of their shit. When I launched Road in 2022, I always had big dreams for the company, and the most important thing for me is to keep bringing Road to more spaces, places, and faces globally. Today, woo!
Man, that's a bag.
She sold it. Executive,
Justin
officer and shit.
Justin better start treating her right. You saw those clips of him like treating her like crap?
Yeah, bro. What?
$1 billion. What?
Hey, that's how you. So we can talk about the prenup shit because Travis Hunter allegedly, We don't know for a fact, but allegedly did not sign a prenup when he married his wife. What? She was a stripper. The fuck?
No, she wasn't. Someone
I
fact.
don't know if she's a stripper. But yeah, what is your thoughts on prenups? This was a big conversation that we were having. I was like, let's table this and shelve it because I know it'd be good for the pod. But what's your thought process when it comes to signing a prenup when it comes to marriage?
I think it's the safe route. I think it's something that you have to do. I mean, props to the people that don't do it and that absolutely believe in, like, love lasting forever, which, we all want to believe that when you're with your partner. But I just think it's the safest thing to do when it comes to like marriage and, being with someone that you constantly learn about every single day. We're not all perfect. We all make mistakes. You never know when that mistake may happen that may tarnish y'all's relationship, or, people change. People change over time, and, life changes and things happen in life that cause people to change. And I just feel like it's better to go into a relationship where there's love, obviously, involved on both sides, and you're protected. I feel like I would be able to sleep better at night knowing that, like, if this stuff went south, I'm protected, she's protected. There's no like war when it comes to like going our separate ways. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I will never get married without signing a prenup. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people making like their assessments on Travis Hunter's situation, particularly, I think the best way I put it was when I spoke to you about it. I was like, this is either going to be a conversation and decision he'll never have to think about ever again because it'll never come up, or it'll just be a very very hard lesson he'll learn in the future.
Yeah.
So it's just something that he's gonna have to accept either way. In regards to prenups, I don't know why it's such a big deal. Like, why? Yeah, like I don't think it should be like a very very big deal to just go and sign a prenup. You're just protecting each other just in case the event that something does go wrong. I think like people don't realize divorce is very very common. I'm pretty sure it's at damn near 50%. Um, and you just want a situation where it's like, hey, in the event that X, Y, and Z happens, just want to make sure that we're protecting me and you, right? Because people forget, bro, marriage is legally binding you to someone else. So it's a very intense business contract. There's a prenup, whether you like it or not, whether you want to make one yourself, the state or the government's gonna make one for you. So it's like you want to go to the negotiating table. Like as the man, you want to go to the negotiating table, and as the woman, you should want to go to the negotiating table. I think people just don't understand that component of it sometimes, or don't realize that's a component of it, and they might get married, and it's not even so much so like you're gonna cheat. It's just like, what if you guys just separate, right? And then maybe someone is scoring and they try to take everything that they have from you. Just you don't want that to happen. So, hey, in the event that we split, I'm just leaving what I came with and what's mine, and you leaving what you came in and what's yours. Like, that's it.
I think that I honestly think it's more of a red flag. I mean, I think it's a red flag when the partner doesn't want to sign a prenup. That's all I'll say. If the partner doesn't want to, sign a prenup, I think that's like a red flag, because why are you so invested in potentially taking, if this goes south, why are you so invested in potentially taking half of what I've built essentially without you?
Yeah.
I think when you're together though, so for me, I've always said that the only thing that I'd be comfortable like giving my ex-wife if we were to split would be like a business, a 50-50, sorry. The only thing I'd be comfortable splitting with my ex-wife if we were to split would be a business that her and I started together.
Yeah, for sure.
If I had to work for it and buy it and build it up by myself, then there's no way I should have to split it with you.
Yeah.
And I think another clause for me personally is that if I had children with this woman, I would make sure that my children are, set. And if I had to include the mother of the child in that, then I would somehow figure out a way to do that. But you know, there's prenuptial agreements, and there's also postnuptial agreements.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm the kind of guy that wants to cross all T's and dot all I's. So that's for sure.
I mean, I just look at it as like, let's make sure we're doing this because of love. Like, if that's, I mean, doesn't a prenup help secure that? Like, if it's just about the love, what's the problem signing the papers? Or just like going to the negotiating table, because really a prenup's what you make of it. Like, that's, you decide what the prenup is. So, you know, hire lawyers and they'll go back and forth about what you want and what they want.
I have a friend.
That bad or toxic.
I have a buddy who, friend of a friend that, you know, got married, pretty successful dude, and he didn't sign a prenup. And he just, bro, the amount of money he shells out to his wife, or his ex-wife every month, it's just like sick, bro. It's sick. And it's just like, it's almost like prison, bro. It's prison. It's prison. It's prison.
What sucks that you just like, what, imagine being someone.
She took half of everything man, hell no.
That's just imagine you are kind of already a made man by the time you get married, and like you've established yourself, and like you get married, you don't sign a prenup, and then you end your relationship with your wife maybe in like 2 to 3 years or 4 years or whatever, and she walks away with half of the stuff that you had before meeting her. In what world is that fair? Like, just like not like, I'm just logically speaking, bro. Like, how is that fair?
But hey, I will say that some men are okay with that.
Yeah.
In a sense of like, if I'm splitting 100 million down the line, and my ex-wife is getting 50 and I'm getting 50, if she really like rode for me and she was there for me through like the tough times, and she was like, huh?
Yeah, that's different for sure.
Yeah, like she deserves this, you know? She deserves it. But you would have to really ride for me. You would have to really ride for me, and really
you would have to be riding me. You would have to have been riding for me.
Yeah.
All of it.
You would have had to like really help me
through the trenches.
Yeah. In dark times.
You were part of the business type shit. Like, that's how deep it goes.
You would have had to put your life on the line for me, just like I put my life on the line for you, for me to feel like you deserve half of what I got.
That's just so deep, I don't know. I mean, he's strong, because there are men that have no problem like not signing a prenup because they lead with love, and like they're not thinking about the business aspect of it if it does go wrong. Yeah, like I say that to bring up like Dave Portnoy, right?
That's an example of like, he had a chick that was riding for him.
Yeah. So he had a girl that was riding for him the whole time he was creating Barstool Sports, and like literally the time that they started seeing success, they broke up. I think he said, did they get married?
Got married and then they got divorced. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it was like really quick. And he said that she had access to all of his accounts, and she could do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah. Savannah James deserves half.
Yeah, Savannah James deserves half.
Especially the kind of dog that nigga LeBron was probably to her. For sure. I mean, damn. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. But I know LeBron fucked up sometimes. And yeah.
So I think no, we're not gonna get into that. But could you imagine? No. Just like having an ex, you know what? I think he's just so rich. I don't think it makes a difference.
Imagine if your ex-wife cheats on you and y'all have to get a divorce and you have to give her half on top of her cheating on you. Like, oof.
No, we're gonna work it out.
I wouldn't even work. It would just be a lose-lose situation, bro, because now she hangs it over your head. I just never want to be in. You said it last night. We were texting about it. You said it to me. You were like, I never want to be in a position where the woman is able to control what I do with the finances that I built. You know.
Damn, I said that?
You said something along those lines.
Oh, I was like, damn, nigga, that sounds like
Maybe I added some sauce on it. But
Yeah,
like
you
you
got
said,
sauce to that shit.
there's no way Tiger Woods.
His ex, I don't know if it was 750 million. Look that up, bro. I don't think that's right. But
There's
she
no
walked away with a bag. She walked away with a hefty one.
If she cheats, we all die. That's funny. Yeah. Tiger Woods situation, perfect example of, hey man, you know what? I can't even say to each their own. If you don't want to sign a prenup, that means you're willing to accumulate a lot of money with your spouse and
Oh, wait, wait,
split,
wait.
split it with her.
She received 100 million.
To each their own, bro. I mean, hey,
100 million.
personally,
Shit.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing
So
that.
let's see. Tiger Woods' ex-wife Ellen Nordegren or whatever divorced him in 2010 after cheating scandal involved Woods was revealed. While reports initially suggested a $750 million settlement, she ultimately received 100 million. Oof.
That's different though. It's all case by case and subjective because I can see from her angle why she wanted that money because she felt robbed. If she's taking care of the kids and being a stay like being a down wife that's doing all she needs to do, and this nigga's out there cheating and like he was probably I mean, I remember that case. He was doing some crazy stuff with his mistress.
No, he had multiple. Yeah,
Yeah.
that nigga was a freak.
So
That's the OG Diddy shit.
So if I were her, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I would want a prenup. I would want money too. I would want money too. I'm not gonna lie. I would be so angry that you broke my heart. You broke my life in half. I want money out of you. So I understand it from both sides, but
I understand the scoring portion of it, but it's just like,
yeah.
is it worth? I mean, they look at it. It's I don't know, man.
I would just rather go in protected and understanding that this is solely love. And if something were to go south, you go back to where you came from. I go back to where I come from, and we're good.
But that's why it's also important. I honestly do think it's healthy to have a woman that has something going for herself and also has something to lose.
Yeah.
Because I feel like chances are it'll be easier to split because she has her own shit going on and it's like I don't want to take from you and she doesn't want to take from you. Or she doesn't want to take from me, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if something goes wrong and she's been solely reliant on me, I mean, that's half your shit. Yeah. But it's just like some people don't look at it that way. They'll say that what I get is all of ours.
Jeff Bezos' wife got 38 billion.
Yeah. When she divorced him, she immediately became, I think, the richest woman on earth, right?
How does he not sign a prenup? But she wrote for him.
But she was part of the company.
Yeah.
She was like,
yeah,
really involved.
It makes sense though. I mess with that. I just don't. I don't like the. You come into my life. You date me or you marry me after 3-4 years. I'm already a successful millionaire. You come into my life and you're demanding that I don't sign a prenup. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think that's like I think that's where the conversation comes in. I feel like people that are getting out the mud, you don't really have to worry about prenups like that. And I do think that if you're getting out the mud with someone and they're there for you during that journey, and like you get to a certain point and you do divorce, I don't think it's a problem if like you don't have a prenup and like they get a portion of that. Like they're part of that success and they created an atmosphere where you were able to enjoy to create that success, right? But in the athlete entertainment realm, like if you are, like you said, you're a successful athlete and you get married to someone that's kind of new on the journey and they wasn't really there and they're able to walk away with half your shit, I'm not rolling.
So let me ask you this. If you had a chick that was with you when you first started YouTube, when you first started Better, till this day, would you sign a prenup with that chick? But she was, and she was involved. She helped you package orders. She took your shit to the post office with you. She did customer service for you. She wrote your coaching plans for you. She did all the. She was
Damn,
like
bro.
really like not wrote them, but like she would help you, send them out. If you had a chick like that was literally ride or die from day one till now, and you say you built up like a $100 million empire, GBT and everything combined, would you make her sign a prenup when it was time for y'all to get married? And she's still choosing to heavily she's at this point, she's evolved into the business to where like that's like your right hand man, essentially. That's the case that I wouldn't make her sign.
No, not like make her. yo, mama's afraid of bugging, bro. But yeah, that's literally who I was thinking about too. If she lasts all the way to this point,
oh, go there, bro.
So I think when people hear prenup, they are met what?
You just
No, I was thinking if she had stayed with me all the way to this point.
Who?
The first, remember, you don't think you ever really met her? Maybe.
Oh, that chick. I do remember her. She was very, like, not really existent.
She wasn't with it. I think that like I would sign a prenup, but it would benefit her. Like, yo, if we ever broke up, I'd give you a fuck ton, right? Like I'll have like a a settlement payoff or some shit like that. But once again, a prenup is what you make it. Like it doesn't have to be this super like negative thing that only benefits the man. I just be like, yo, you deserve this or whatever. I just don't know about like I actually don't even know like if you break up or you divorce, what is she entitled to and for how long? Is it like 50% for like what? Like I don't.
It's what you make it. But no, I think by law it's 50%. Yeah.
I would have something to where like, hey, you helped me build it up to this point, but if I keep pushing it past without you, you can't keep reaping the benefits of like what I'm doing when you're not a part of it anymore. But up to the point to where we break up, I'll have something in the prenup to where like whatever the evaluation is leading up to the day that we file them papers, you could get that. But everything after that stays with me. You can't keep benefiting. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that part, but like I definitely wouldn't have a problem breaking her off. Like if we were to separate at that point, that's not a problem to me. Don't word to lie. There's a whole algorithm online where girls are telling each other don't bother doing that for dudes because they'll just leave or cheat on you when the success hits.
That is very common.
Yeah, it's common. It is common. Did you see oh fuck. Hold on. There's that conversation like Matt Barnes was having with Paul Pierce. This isn't on the docket, but I just thought about it since we're talking about marriages and prenups and shit. He was talking about how they said that the divorce rate for retired athletes is 90%. Because what happens is that like you have these athletes that when they retire, the whole dynamic of the relationship changes between them and their wife or their spouse because they realize that, oh, I actually don't like you. Like I only liked you because I only saw you like 3 months out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really interesting.
And there's really no time to really develop like full chemistry with that person you're with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they walk away with half or some shit like that.
If they don't sign a damn prenup, yeah. That sounds stupid.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Like you marry someone while you're building a Naka and like you're so busy that you're not really around them for real.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to break up or whenever like, shit slows down, you're at the crib all the time. You're like, man, I fucking hate this person. Like
there is a cheating clause. Carrie just said it. There is a cheating clause. My prenup will be very detailed.
You can put whatever you want.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like the prenup is what you make it. Like some people do have cheating clauses to where like if the reason why y'all broke up is that you cheated and they can prove it, then yeah, like certain shit does start to kick in. But that's like, I don't know what the laws are when it just is left up to the state though. Because that's usually if you don't make a prenup of your own, a prenup is provided to you by the state or the government.
Yeah, no, you have to get with a prenup lawyer or a family lawyer, and you can you would want to make sure that you get with a family lawyer and make it as detailed as possible.
Yeah.
To protect yourselves, for sure. Do not play.
I've
Do not play around with that.
I've never been in like the talks of marriage, so I've never like experienced that component of it, of having to sit down and have conversations about prenups and doing like couples therapy. Because you know how like there's premarital prep or whatever. I just wonder how like awkward that is, where it's like in the event of someone cheating, what do you want to happen? And it's like, nothing. And the girl's like, what? The fuck do you mean nothing? Like, that's like a whole different step.
The way I look at it, man, is if you know you worked hard for something and you slaved for that shit and it has your name on it, you better do everything you can to protect it. You know, you have to think about your family. You have to think about your siblings, your family. If things were to go south, everything that you've built for your family, you want that shit to just be taken away from you? No. Like,
Your mama's favorite asked a great question. Would you marry a woman who makes more money than you?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what's the problem?
that's less stress for me. Less stress for me, man.
How would you? I mean, like, because honestly, man, at this point in life, I'm trying to be with somebody that is doing well for themselves.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'm not trying to carry nobody.
yeah, I'm not into the whole like having a dependent. You know how expensive that shit is, bro?
Yeah.
Funny story. This past Saturday, I accidentally spent $500 on the date. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
They brought the bill. Typically, I never look at the bill. But I lost my card, so I didn't.
Damn, daddy.
Whoa.
Shit. Typically, I don't even look at the bill. I wish I could say that. Damn.
No, when I go out to eat, I don't like looking at the bill actually, so I just don't.
Shit, okay.
And I was out.
Shit.
I was out,
And
they brought the thing. I didn't even know I spent that much.
Ooh.
What I'm trying to say is that, bro, like being in a relationship where you're the one. I'm not saying that's what I'm currently in, but like it just made me think, like, bro, when you're the one that's taking on all the financials, like for two people, that shit's expensive, bro. Expensive.
For me, it's always been about the partner I'm with. Obviously, I can't go to a 5-star restaurant and expect that everyone that I'm with can afford that all the time or whatever. There's certain things that I can't buy first class. There's certain things that I can do that in certain situations maybe my partner can't do, and I can't expect them to price match me there. But I like to see effort, you know?
Yeah.
Like little things here and there. I like to see effort. I like to see that, you know, if I forget my wallet or something like that, you know, you got me, you know, like I like to see
or just something as simple as, hey, babe, I'm gonna treat you tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you, babe. You know what I mean? Like, hey, babe, I got you this. Oh, damn, thank you, love. Like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, versus like your girl take your money to go buy you a gift. Like,
yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Had a $276 lunch in Chicago. That's normal. Especially if you got a girl that can eat. That's normal.
Yeah, we got a big. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she a big back. She a big back. All right. So this is another good one. Did you catch the Drewski skit?
Yeah, for some reason I didn't find that one as funny.
Really?
No, I didn't. I mean, I feel like obviously I've been around, I guess, white people like that you know, that really
Niggas
that fit in with the black culture. And, you know, there's always been that one white dude that like all the black dudes fuck with around in my I guess in my setting growing up. So there's sometimes you relate to something so much that like it's not really funny to you. It's just like I more so admired his creativity to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool.
I thought it was really funny.
It broke the internet.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off what you said, like in Houston, that's very common. Like we have white dudes that literally
Yeah.
they're not even putting on a what?
They're teed up.
Like
Teed up.
teed up.
Yeah.
They're not even like putting on an act. They just that's how they are. Like
Yeah.
there's this one model that we used to use consistently with Better. Bruh, he was like Paul Wall, dog. Like the way he spoke, like everything. He was like just culturally a black man, but he was white.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Slim.
I think I know
It
what you're
wasn't. It was. Yeah. It wasn't like he was put on the front either. It's like that's how he really was for real. So I don't know. I thought it was funny just because like it did hit home.
Mm-hmm.
But the conversation of Whiteface came up, and Theo Vaughn said that, I mean, he was joking, but he said that, I should get some paint and do and do my version or whatever.
I saw that. I know he low key meant that.
Nah, he's big. I think he's being funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when a white person says that though, they low key like mean they not that they mean it. It's more so like, why are black people allowed to do it and not black people?
Yeah.
Not
So
white people.
what is your thought on that conversation?
To be completely honest with you, bro, I've never really. So there's two things. I think there's two ways to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been offended by a white person painting themselves black. And okay, not never. Never is a strong word. Not that I've never been offended, but like, if a white person painted their skin black in attempts to be like LeBron James for Halloween, it wouldn't offend me. It would. I mean, bro, like, why? Okay, so only because why does it offend us? Like, why wouldn't us dressing up? Why wouldn't us painting our skin white? Do you see where I'm going though?
No, I don't, nigga.
Yeah,
This nigga's digging a grave. Oh, man.
Someone just said Saquon Shawley frat boy making a comeback. Maybe I won't speak on this. One of the first things
my nigga.
One of the first things that came to my mind when he did that, I was like, man, like, it's crazy how we're able to get away with shit, but like, if it was the other way around, we'd want that person to get arrested.
Keep talking. I'm literally about to bust. So just
whoa. Then he's about to bust. I hear him. Is he farting? That's sick. That's sick. He just farted on live air. That's he. Wait, bro, you just pissed and farted on live air. That was sick. You're a dirty person, bro. You're a dirty nigga, bro. You're a dirty person, bro.
Bro, I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was on mute this whole time, bro.
You're so sick. Ew. So you're like one of those guys. You go to the stall, bro. You know when you're peeing in the bathroom, like it's usually next to an older man, and they're peeing and they're peeing in the stall, and they break out a fucking fart while they're peeing. Like, what the kind of decency is that, bro? Like, damn, I'm right. I can smell it, nigga. Like, I'm next to you. Like, I hate when people.
Oh.
Russ, you definitely pull your pants to touch the ground, huh? Like, Russ definitely, bro, pulling up to the stall and pulling your shorts all the way to your ankles to do an ordinary piss is crazy. Like, people that, it's not even elementary, bro. There's grown men that, like, I was literally at a place right now where, like, A grown ass man will pull his pants down below his knees to pee. Letting your pants that you're about to put back on touch the puddle of pee under you. So sick to me, bro. Bro, there's so many questionable things that happen in a public bathroom. I hate when I'm at a pool part, if you're at a hotel and like they have a pool, and then people walk into the bathroom with no shoes, no sandals. That shit's so
That's
sick to
fucking
me,
sick,
bro. It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
bro. I thought which butt? Oh, I was like, damn, this nigga's not talking. I'm like, I went to the restroom, like, damn, why does this nigga just stop talking? I thought I put it on mute because I had to pee really bad. I just ate lunch before we jumped on. Nah, I was trying to get back fast as possible, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Dirty ass nigga, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna wash my hands.
Dirty ass nigga. You farted and you were holding your dick and you farted.
Nah, I was hoping that I was hoping that y'all didn't hear the fart. That's why I did it so loudly. Like I was like, these niggas can't hear it. I've been holding this in for like an hour. I gotta let it out. I thought no one could hear it. My fault.
Orioles are getting their ass opened. Yeah. Big, I'm getting destroyed right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm looking at.
Oh no, yeah, you destroyed yourself, brother.
I'm getting destroyed I'm getting destroyed everywhere. But
oh, you talking about like
betting
bets?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a funny meme. No, but I mean, like going back to the conversation. It's interesting. I think like some people are very black and white, but it's just not. It's not for most people. It's not black and white, right? Because it's just like there's no. The reason why that black people get so up in arms about blackface is obviously the historical context for the people that are listening. The whole thing about like back in the day when it came to like getting acting jobs, whatever, they wouldn't hire black people and they would just like make blackface to just kind of like play the black roles and all that kind of stuff. It's also a way to just kind of like just like make fun of them and make fun of and devalue black people. And there's like the racist component to it and the power dynamic that comes with it. But when we do it what?
No, I'm saying I think the point I was trying to make is that it depends on how it's used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like perfect. I agree. When you're using blackface to like make black people look like monkeys and using fake lips, I've seen those classic films from the 20s and the 1800s or whatever, where like the white people would paint themselves black and do niggerish things like eat fried chicken and like eat grapes and shit like that. Like that's different. But like when you're using it, if my neighbor comes out of his house and he's painted himself black and he's like, "I'm LeBron James, Shawley." No. I mean, I might take a couple looks, but I'm a bit, man. You know what? I see where you were going. I mean, that's just me, man. I just feel like you can't be so.
I'm not gonna. So. Nah, my brother, I can't even.
So would you paint?
I was trying to reason with you. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't do it. I think if it's genuinely like you have no clue about blackface in this country, I think it's a good time to educate. But no.
If a white 12-year-old came up to you and said, and he was like painted himself brown or black, and he was like, and he had a headband, he shaved his hair, he was bald, he was like, and he had a belt and he had knee sleeves on, he was like, he was wearing better, he was like, he's like, and you were like, what are you? Who are you? Like, oh, I'm you for Halloween. And he was a white kid that had painted himself black because he watched all your YouTube videos. Would you feel away? Would you be like, yo, little nigga, take that shit off?
No, I just said that would be a time to educate. I'd be like, yo, I really appreciate you trying to emulate me. It just depends on the setting. I'd be like, hey, like, you didn't have to paint yourself black. I appreciate it. I understand what you're trying to go for, but this is why I wouldn't do this in the future, and this is why. Here's the the historical context of this. I wouldn't be offended like that. I'll just be like, hey, bro, like, not really. I appreciate it, but I'm not rolling like that deep with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people, which, you know, it's so funny. There are people that do dress up as me for Halloween, and I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen fucking paint brown. But if it was like innocently done, like I said, it would be an educational time. I'd be like, hey, bro, like, I appreciate you like really trying to do it, but it's, hey, just letting you know, like, this is how a lot of people perceive this type of behavior, and also for your safety. I wouldn't encourage doing this in public at all. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's just the main thing. I do understand there's there's like, you know, the Rachel Dolezal thing. I remember that girl
when she thought she was playing herself as black.
Yeah, like that one. I'm not as offended because like she was really fighting for black people. So I'm not like it. I'm not like, oh, like what the fuck. I'm kind of like a little crazy, but you know, I salute her for trying to fight for us and shit. But it's kind of like the last conversation we had. There's just some things that are just too racially charged for me to just like let pass or think it's like extremely funny.
I can see it from a perspective of you want to be black for Halloween, which is one night out of the year, but you don't want to deal with all the other repercussions of being black in America. So I can definitely see how there's that I could take offense from that angle. I'm not saying that I take offense by that stuff at all. Honestly, like, unless you're putting on black paint and you're going around saying ooh, ooh, ah, 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 like, you know, scratching, like, you know, acting like a monkey. Unless you're doing that and just doing stupid stuff, like, I won't take offense to it. If you're doing it in kind spirits.
Oh my God.
What?
This nigga said he had a crush on Rachel Dolezal. That's a freak.
That's a wild, random thing.
Whoa,
okay, so Carrie, Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder was fucking hilarious. Robert Downey Jr., that was risky as fuck, but it worked. That movie was funny as fuck. And now that you mentioned it, I'm adding that to the list.
That shit was so hilarious, man.
It was so well done that it worked. And it was smartly done. The only way it could have worked was the way he did it. Like, the joke was that he was a serious actor trying to be black, and the rest of the cast was like, bro, this is not okay. Like, you know what I mean? That's why it worked. And that, honestly, yes, that's probably the best, I guess, blackface that I've seen, if there's a best blackface. But I just don't think it's funny. And I don't think I'm personally just not going to brush it off. It's the same way how when people, we had this conversation like in the chat one time. I'm not the biggest fan of people dropping like ape emojis in my shit. I understand that in gym culture.
You fucking monkey.
Like, remember when it was super popular for people to be like, oh man, you're like a fucking silverback. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You remember that remember that era?
Yeah, but we always said that if someone dropped a banana in the comments, we would go crazy.
Huh?
Remember we said that the ape shit is like tolerable, but if they dropped the ape and a banana.
No, I didn't say the ape shit was tolerable. I said the ape shit is actually not tolerable for me.
Vic, would you ever drop an ape and banana under my photo?
Jesus, bro.
Bro, an ape and a banana is crazy.
I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan of like. I'm just not a fan of that. I understand. I don't get like mad. I'm just saying I don't like that under my shit. Personally, if I had a choice, I would just prefer that maybe you not do that. But I get when people do that, they're not trying to be like racially charged.
In hindsight, bro, dropping an ape under a black man that's swole is absolutely,
it's nuts.
Insane.
And remember, people used to be like, bro, you look like a fucking silverback. Oh fuck. fucking
Fuck, you look like Harambe, dude.
no, serious, no, bro, not like
Hell no, hell no.
people will be like, "Yo,
You remind me of Harambe,
yeah."
dude. Can you walk on fours? Can you walk on fours?
Yo, that's
Oh
that's how people used to be in my shit. It's just like, yo, big silverback type shit. Yo, like
Bro, I know
I
that
still to
there's-
this day, I still get ape emojis. I get it, but like
I know that there's some people that spam ape emojis in your comments, but it's because they want to say nigger so bad. Like the amount of apes.
Oh, you know
like,
what's funny?
I can't say nigger, but I'll do this.
No, you know what's funny? No, you know what's so funny? Over the weekend, someone commented banana emojis in my shit.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, it was racially charged though, because he was starting to spam some shit. He started spamming all my pictures with bananas, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Like a monkey.
yeah. I just don't think, yeah, like I said, like it's pretty much cut and dry for me. Like I just don't, I'm not a fan of that. I don't really play that, and I don't think it's the same at all. I think it's a huge difference, actually. It's not even close.
As I've gotten older, bro, like I just feel like because I've been in trouble before when I used to let things offend me.
Remember that video?
Yeah, that can't be revealed. I mean,
No, you're fine. Drewski's all right.
Yeah,
I would just wouldn't post it, but I mean, it's funny as fuck.
It is funny, but that video.
Does Vic know about that video? That's like classic. That's like the hardest I think I've ever laughed at another person.
Yeah,
that video is classic. Put it in the rafters.
You think it would get me canceled?
No. You're black, so you're fine.
I'm cancel proof.
No, not cancel proof, but like you were doing something that, like I said, since there's no like historical repercussions for it, or like there's no historical precedence for it, and there's not that power dynamic or the racial tension, you'd be fine. Drewski just did it. Like all right. But
if you look at the comments, a lot of white people were pissed.
Yeah, I mean, but they're always pissed, so
yeah.
I wouldn't post it. It's not, I don't think that's good for business.
Would you ever post a whiteface?
I don't dabble in that type of stuff.
Exactly. That's my stand on this. Is like, if I don't like it to be done to me, I won't do it to another person. That's how
no, I would do it, but like I wouldn't post it. I think that shit is funny. I just understand that the community that I'm in, a lot of white followers. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
but like, doesn't it make sense to say that if you don't like it being done to you, why would you do it to someone else? I think that's a fair statement that we can agree on. Like, if you don't want Vic to show up one day and be like, "Yo, I'm Russ," and he painted his face black, why would you want to paint your face white and be like, "Yo, I'm Vic"?
I just don't think that shit. I don't think that shit is that funny, to be honest with you.
Either way.
No, I definitely don't think it's funny. Like when a white person does it.
But it's not funny. It has to be both ways.
No,
you can't just be like, "Oh, it's cool if my nigga does it, but you can't do it."
Do you believe racist? Do you believe you believe that black people can be racist?
1,000,000,000%.
I mean, against white people.
You are. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! What the?
That was a joke.
Relax, bro. Chill the fuck out. Goddamn. Bro, I started sweating, man. You gotta chill. No, but for real, do you? I'm assuming with your takes. Do you think that do you believe that sentiment? It's like, oh well, you know, black people hate white people, so they're racist too. I think you're on mute, brother. Nah.
Yo.
You good.
I know, not that I know them on a personal level, but I know of a lot of black people that are truly racist. I've met black people that are like truly racist against white people. Like they hate their guts. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can understand why, but I feel like if you hang on to that, if you hold on to that sentiment of like hate towards any race,
bro, you're not gonna get far in life, man. You're not gonna get far in life. So yeah, I do believe that there are black people that are racist against white people, and it's kind of sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Wait, why am I
Do
echoing?
you believe that you can be racist towards white?
I am gonna be honest. I am fearful to carry this conversation on wax. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you.
So you believe that you believe that we can be racist? I mean, you
I
don't believe that we can be racist towards white people?
I believe all lives matter. I believe that we should love everybody, for real. I don't want to touch this because I don't want to touch this specific angle because I'm very fearful. I'm just uncomfortable, actually. So
Yeah. I think, man,
I can't skate around this one properly for me to feel comfortable talking about it.
you can't kick flip around it.
I wish I could though. Yeah.
I do believe that I know some people that are heavily racist towards white people as blacks. Shit, I have Asians. I know Asians that I know racism exists in all pockets of the world.
You said IPF might be watching Be Careful Russ. I just don't. Yeah. I think
1,000 lashes. Just kidding.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that.
No, yeah. Well, it'd be for you, brother.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar, 1,000 lashes for you.
Yeah.
No, but that was a good conversation. I think all this to say, I hope that old boy does not make a blackface video. I don't think he wouldn't do that. If he did that, you know what? In this climate, he wouldn't even get canceled.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think Theo Von could do that and be perfectly fine. I think he'd be perfectly fine if he did something like that. Yeah.
Not perfectly fine, but he won't. His career will not cease to exist.
Nah, he'll be fine. There's enough white people that would back him up, and black people that would be like black people like me that probably, if he did it in a funny light. I mean, he pretty much blackfaces every day.
How could it be funny for you?
He blackfaces on his podcast every time. Bro, there's been times where Drewski's been on there where when he has black guests, he low-key be taking shots at black people, but it's like a funny shot.
No,
you know about?
No, I know what you're talking about.
It's like the fried chicken jokes. Like he be doing that on live, bro.
No. It's not. He's very witty and very technical. He's actually very technical with how he does. I've seen a decent amount of his conversations. He does it in a way that's tactful and surgical with his comedic prowess, but not he's not.
All right, nigga, we get it. You got a dictionary. What the fuck?
No, I say like that because I say like
the way where his connectionary hereditary with his binary, bitch. Nigga, shit. The fuck, man? What kind of shit was that? That shit pissed me off, bro. You saw my face change? I was like, nigga, who are you talking to, nigga? Like, damn. What the fuck?
What I'm trying to say is that I love comedy.
So okay, that's cool. Just say that shit. Not fucking, he does it in a way where his hereditary to his sex with his binary. Like, what? The fuck, bro?
Oh, that was funny as fuck. So for example, when Andrew Schultz did his thing, the reason why he caught so much backlash because he didn't do it in a tactful way. When he was talking about Kendrick Lamar and black women, you can make it funny. He just did it in a way that didn't land, so it offended a lot of people. But when Theo Von does it, it's very smart and calculated, so it comes off better. I know his role on his podcast is to be like this dumb country bum fuck, but he's actually really smart.
I love Theo Von.
Yeah, his stand-up comedy sucks ass though, but his podcast is hilarious.
His what? His
stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah, he's not. He just needs to be on a podcast. Sometimes people be trying to stand up and it just be hurting them more.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of what Dropout JB said. Some of his sponsorships would definitely pull from that. For sure. If he did blackface, just not to be associated with that shit, some of them would pull. If not decent amount, but he'll be fine. I mean, his base is like white people.
He would do a one. He could do a one-off blackface and be fine.
Yeah, because his base is white people. I don't think he's like super reliant on black people and that crowd of people for like his income.
Or if he did like if he got like a fucking macro tan, like if he got a tan to where like he was like damn near our color, he'd be cool.
I mean, for you,
Yeah,
no one.
in my books,
But obviously, but also too,
son of a fucking bitch, bro.
it also like that brings up the conversation with the Target DEI. That targeted attack. I know you sent that to me in the DMs. Like you didn't really give a thought about it. What did you think about that? If you guys didn't know, by the way, in the chat and people that are listening on live, Target, a lot of people have been. Well, the black community has definitely been on a Target strike since like the first quarter of this year, and it's actually been really effective. Like it's fucked up their statements and shit. That's crazy. Don't put big. Big
Okay.
Don't do that. Put that.
Target.
No, put that. Put like Target. Put Target like DEI or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's. What do you think about that? Because whenever they rolled back the DEI initiatives, I remember too. Because like the black community, I not follow some accounts, but I started seeing people say, "Yo, we're boycotting Target X, Y, and Z." And at first, when I saw that, I was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here! Like you're gonna hurt Target. Like get the fuck out of here." And it's been working.
You know what? I don't know if this works. I can send you a video, Vic, but I went to a Target in Austin when I was there, obviously. And the Target was so run down because of the lack of employees there. Apparently, like all the black employees quit. And of course, like, the store's been going downhill. So like they had to fire a lot of their staff. There was probably only 2 people working on the floor in this big ass Target in Austin. And that's what kind of led me to the whole like DEI thing. But I mean, yeah, I guess when you make a race or a culture upset, honestly, they targeted all the minorities, right?
What, DEI?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean DEI is all minorities, but I think black people are like, you know what, fuck that. So
yeah, so I mean, when you target minorities, which I think if you look up the statistics, minorities make up a majority of America. If you target minorities, I mean, you're going to be in trouble. And I think I read that post and it said that they were doing something to where like they were trying to like come up with a game plan to like win us back. So shit, maybe they put like, I don't know, who knows what they're going to do for that. But yeah, it just goes to show that like, if you're a racist, if I'm not saying he is, but if you're the Target owner, you're a trillionaire or whatever you are, billionaire, and you're a racist, it's probably best that you hide that racism as much as you can.
I mean, in most cases, it doesn't benefit you financially to be racist.
It doesn't.
Like it just doesn't. I mean, like I feel like I'm not gonna say that like I was rooting for the downfall of Target. I fuck with Target. I think everyone likes Target. But I do remember whenever they said that they were going to roll back their DEI initiatives, and the black leaders in our community, I think it was like one guy actually said that they're going to boycott Target. I was like, I mean, I'll partake because it's supposed to be a 30-day boycott. I was like, all right, cool. Like I'll do that. So I haven't been to Target since. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I just realized like I exposed the shit out of myself. I go to
No,
Target.
I mean some people didn't even know about it. I don't know. Like, and I don't know even if you knew about it if you would partake, but
yeah.
I think like
close to me.
Huh?
It's close. It's so convenient, man. Like I don't know what to do.
Funny? It's so funny. Like I used to go to Target like at least like 2 times a week because there's like items from Target that I did like. But once I saw that, huh?
What black things do you buy from Target? Like I don't know what black things.
No, not black things. Like there are certain food items I would go to Target to get because like there's certain like packages that they have that HB doesn't have. So I go to Target and I live close as fuck to a Target. And I was like, nah, I'm not rolling no more. I think Chick-fil-A even did they say they're not rolling back their DEI practices?
Shit, you still eat there?
I do. I ain't gonna lie. I think they're on the list, and I was like, you know what? I can't do that one. But
Uncle Sam.
yeah, I'll keep eating them racist ass chickens for sure. But going back to the conversation, going back to the conversation, going back, going back to the conversation, it makes me actually pretty happy. Not so much seeing the downfall of Target, but more so the fact that like the Black community came together to like do something. Because I feel like a lot of times we get mad at shit when we don't understand that it's because we don't know how to unionize and put our like money where our mouth is, and understand that like if you use that, then you'll be able to actually get shit done. And like it's not that we don't have the power or the money, it's just that we don't organize properly. So seeing the community organized to get something done like that was super dope. And I just want people to understand and see that. And like if we don't like something and we think something's unfair, then just stop shopping there, stop giving them your money. And then that's when you get real power, when you go back to the negotiating table and it's like, hey, Target, you got to come talk to the Black community now. Like we have what we want. So we want X, Y, and Z done. If you want us to bring our dollar back, and they'll get X, Y, and Z done. That's how other big groups do it, bro. Yeah, no, I feel comfortable saying it. Bro, there's Chinatowns everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If there's the Chinatown or like the Asian spots that if we drive down to a certain place in the city, it's literally just like Chinese letters or whatever. What are you doing, man?
Recording you. This is going straight to my IG, nigga. The moment you said I feel comfortable saying this, I was like, I feel comfortable recording, nigga.
Bro, I started sweating. I was like, bro, I'm getting uncomfortable, man. What's going on? But that goes to show their organization. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? For them to like corner off a whole section of a city and it's like, this is our shit. Like my parents were telling me how in Nigeria right now, like in Lagos, they have that big famous Chinese restaurant. They're saying that they only hire Asian people, that they're not hiring the Black people, the Nigerian people that are living there, because they're like, nah, like this needs to stay like our operation. And basically they're starting to slowly build out Chinatown in Lagos, man. But that's because of organization.
Chinese food in Nigeria, man. You must be.
No, it was fucking good.
Oh damn!
It was so weird. Like we pulled up to the restaurant and it's literally like we just entered like fucking Shanghai. It was nuts. I'm like, why? Why is this here? Yeah. Nothing but Asian people in there.
The Chinese people
signs that would be like that. It was so weird.
There's a lot of foreigners in Lagos, and there's a lot of Chinese people in Lagos for sure.
Yeah, my parents were saying that their population is growing like big time. Yeah. But yeah, I think for the most part, it just makes me happy to see some organization and seeing us do something. But I love Target, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I fuck with Target, so I hope.
Yeah, I hope they work it out.
Oh yeah, I hope something gets worked out. I don't like I'm not happy that Target's fucking failing. I haven't been to Target all year, bro, and I love Target.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Target I went to was so depressing, bro. Like it almost seemed as if minorities came in there and messed it all up and left. It's kind of what it felt like. It was fucked up. I'm gonna send you. I know.
What you mean minorities came in and messed it up?
When I send it,
or do you mean minorities are the ones that was keeping it up, keeping it nice?
No, I'm about to send you something. Watch. And maybe Vic, we can carry on with this conversation because I don't want us to stop because of this. But maybe Vic, when you see this, if you can play it on the screen, I'll show you what I'm talking about, because like it legit looked like, bro, I hate this new iPhone update. I just I can't access my shit like I used to because I'm just old. Hold on. Like,
why do girls have like boyfriends? Like, sidebar, do you think going on liking sprees, like as a girl on a man's page, what do you think about that?
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, what?
Bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't it look like your DEI agency went in there and just fucked that shit up on purpose?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say DEI.
The energy in there was bad.
Oh, which Target did you go off? Did you go to the Target that's like in the city?
Austin?
No, like in Austin proper, damn near.
I mean, I guess I went to. I don't know, nigga.
Because there's a Target there that like I went there and I felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just. It looked like someone had purposely terrorized that Target.
That video looked concerning.
It was bad. It was.
But
really
yeah,
bad.
I mean, shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
Bring DEI back. I don't really care about. I'm not like a big
The fucking
DEI
dumbass
guy. I just hope that like
fucking things. Yeah.
this video is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll show it to the. Can I show it to the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, you already played it? I can't see this. Oh, I didn't click watch stream. No wonder.
I'm watching. I saw it.
Yeah, that's.
Anyways, next topic.
Kai.
Shazad, he said it right. Shazad brought up a good point. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Oh, kind of what happened to Starbucks with the Palestine stuff.
And Starbucks is coming back.
Are they? Did they recover?
I mean, people drink. I see people drink it. I see
No, they
niggas.
got fucked up. Actually,
They did get fucked up, but like I think they're slowly coming back.
no, they're toast. So it's kind of not toast, but they're not. It's definitely not the same. So what really happened too is that it was a combination of that, and then also the fact that remember Starbucks used to be a place where like you would go and study.
Mm.
They're taking away their like lounge component. So now it's literally just you drive through and get coffee. So a lot of people aren't spending time there and getting as much coffee as they used to. So you just can't sit. It's a combination of the Palestine stuff along with like the fact that they've changed how they do business and it's really affecting their bottom line.
Yeah, I think finding a nice Starbucks with like a cafe lounge area is it's like a hole in the wall.
No, you're not gonna find it because they eliminated it.
There's some left in Riverstone.
They're doing away with them though.
Oh, really? Like that's
it's like a corporate initiative to do away with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember I watched a video about it because I was like, yeah, well, I was like, what is happening to Starbucks? And they broke it down. And basically, like, yeah, it's a combination of like the protests and then just the fact that they're completely rolling back the whole lounge component. That's why other coffee shops are getting a lot more popular. It's like, yo, I'm gonna go chill at this place instead of going to Starbucks. Like when we were growing up, Starbucks was like the number one place you would go to go get work done. Oh, this link at Starbucks to work on our project. Yo, meet me at Starbucks. I'm gonna have a meeting there. All that type of shit. They're getting rid of that.
Damn, that's tough. I mean, another reason why, having a good PR team and making the right decision before you do things is very important because you can make a decision that could shelf life your company.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like what was it Budweiser or Bud Light or whatever they did that one time?
What did they do?
Remember that they ran like a commercial like celebrating Pride Month or something like that, and like they lost like $1 billion.
Was it like too gay?
It was just gay. So that's not their customer base. I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with that, but that's their customer base isn't with that shit. So remember they lost a lot of money. It was like during the whole woke like era where everything was going too left.
Oh, I do remember that. It was like a very kind of uncomfortable commercial. I remember that.
I remember watching. I was like, I mean, lines up with how the culture is going right now, but like their particular base wasn't rocking with that shit.
Yeah.
And they underestimated like the power of them being like, no, we're not fucking with this. So they pulled away from that. Oh shit. I think Vic, let us know whenever you step back in. But going back to an NBA conversation until Vic gets back, do you think people are having conversations? I know that Kendrick Perkins brought this up, but do you think that Ant needs to be married in order to help himself become the face of the NBA?
The fuck? Married.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it would help maybe, but like, I don't know. That's such a interesting question. It's a good question, but do I think he needs to be married to make himself the face of the NBA? No, I just think he needs to like become a Shy, like approach the game like Shy does, and then he'll become the face of the NBA. I don't think marriage. I think maybe it helps him. It gives him like bonus points, extra points. I don't think it makes him. I don't think it like it's like a huge thing. I think he needs. I think his game, the way he plays the game, and the way he closes out games will make him the face of the NBA.
Yeah.
And then of course like his side antics, his interviews and all that stuff. Honestly, Shy just has an aura to him, man. Like so does Ant though.
No, Ant has a bigger aura than Shy.
Boss, but yeah, he does.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I want to take that back, bro.
I was like, bro, take it out your mouth.
Yeah, nah, my fault, man. That was sick.
Take that shit out.
I think
choking on that shit right now.
That's crazy. Chill out. That's crazy. I was gonna say that I think like we talked, didn't we have this conversation where like companies, like big companies, when they're buying into you and shit like that, they pay attention about like the stability of your life.
Yeah. I mean, all those things matter for sure.
Yeah, like especially when you're moving, when they're paying you that much money, like all that stuff comes into play. I know like business partners don't want to, like if a person's looking for a business partner, they're going to be paying attention to like your home life. Just like, are you a stable human being? All that kind of stuff comes into play.
Yeah.
So I think, I think maybe if he just settled down, he doesn't even have to be married, just like chill out. Because there's been successful face of leagues that weren't necessarily married. Like we think about Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was a known playboy. And he was damn near the face of MLB for like a long ass time. Who else?
A-Rod too wasn't he kind of?
Yeah, A-Rod was wilding.
Barry Bonds was a steroid abuser.
Yeah.
Do you think it's crazy that he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but I mean it's baseball, so
they don't play around.
Yeah. I think he deserves. I mean, obviously, what the fuck? He obviously deserves to be. I think also too, it sucks because he treated like reporters bad, and those are the people that were voting for you to get into the Hall of Fame. So I think it's more so just how he treated people that's fucking him up.
That too, especially when he was dealing with allegations. Because they're about to put Pete Rose, or where is it, Pete Rose? I think they're about to put him in the Hall of Fame, and he was
the day after he died, they're like, oh, now he's eligible for the Hall of Fame, and I'm like, sheesh.
He was literally gambling on the game.
Is this podcast only live format? Yeah, it'll be posted as a video after the fact. I don't know if Vic is back, but the last conversation that we have is the Stefon Diggs video on the boat with a bunch of girls with Cardi B. When he's supposed to be, he's not supposed to be actually. While the Patriots are having OTAs.
Yeah, there's a fine coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what is he doing there?
Living life on a boat.
Chill. So he didn't report this practice?
It's optional workouts at this point. Vets typically don't report to OTAs. But then like when training camp starts and they become mandatory, that's when they usually report. Like they were talking about Myles Garrett's in Japan right now with a Japanese Olympic medalist or some shit like that. So
I mean, when you've been playing the game for so long, I would imagine, you know how to turn it on when it's time.
What do you think about him?
I think he's dumb for allowing women like that to be around him recording shit. I think the number one thing he should have done when he got on that boat was to seize all phones and put him in a plastic bag. Especially if you're going to be indulging in that kind of activity. I just think that's just like dumb, man. Yeah. Like, how do these athletes not know? Oh God, he's gonna get in trouble. It's just cocaine, man. Come on.
Yeah, my thing is like, yeah,
just like, you're black, dude. What are you doing cocaine? What are you doing cocaine for, man? Like, geez. Like, huh?
What do you mean you're black? What are you doing cocaine for?
It's just like, dude, we already have like a bad image. So it's like, why are you doing cocaine?
Yeah.
Like it's just now they're just gonna group him. Like it just, I think it just taints his career is already kind of. Would you say his career is tainted?
No, why?
Yeah, maybe I think maybe he's a little like he's not as good as he used to be.
Yeah, I mean he's getting older.
He's getting older. I just think this puts a little down. When this comes out and the NFL like finds him, they're gonna like it now allows there to be this like stigma or this rumor that like not rumor but like this thing that he doesn't perform well because he's too invested in partying and doing cocaine. Especially if he doesn't perform well at all this year. I mean, we already know it. If he sucks for the Patriots this year, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's because he spent more time doing coke and partying with girls."
He's not gonna be the next AB. You tripping?
Next who?
AB.
Nah,
No,
I mean,
it's not like that. I think. Yeah, I just think.
what are you doing cocaine for, bro?
What do you mean?
Never mind, maybe I'm just like losing my mind, but
Yeah. No, you're not losing your mind. I mean, I just these people are people, man. Like a lot of these niggas be doing drugs and wild shit, like white and black.
I
I just
saw
think that I just think that he definitely athletes should be very aware that you're the one that has something to lose. Those like we don't know any of those women and like who gives a fuck if they're doing cocaine. He has a very public facing job, so you want to make sure that any liabilities are taken care of. So like, yeah, if you're getting on a boat, it should be like, hey, like you're welcome on the boat. We're gonna turn up and have a great time, but like no phones.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, like just put your phones in this chest right here. That's pretty much it. But I mean, it looked like he had a great time.
I knew a bunch of friends. I know all these athletes. When you get to a certain level of money, you probably do cocaine because you just feel like you're untouchable. I know a lot of friends that would go to like some of these local athletes in Houston's their parties and stuff, and the phone thing is very popular. And just from hearing the experiences, these athletes do all types of drugs and do all types of. If you think Diddy freak ops are crazy, a lot of these athletes are like just as bad, man. They're just as bad, man. They amount to so much money, and like all it takes is a home with phones stowed away, NDA signed, and anything can happen.
I don't
So
I don't know about I don't know about Diddy level crazy.
there's an athlete in Houston that was known for having like freak offs. Big. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not in the room. I'm not in the business to air out any of that because I live in Houston, my nigga. So like, I'm not trying to get caught nowhere. But I just know that there is an athlete who's very well known. And it's not even the person you named, but he was known for having Russell. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. You should
Oh,
text
okay.
it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I just make sure you take up phones. I'm like of the mindset, like, I mean, he just signed like a 3-year, like $90 million contract. He's gonna enjoy himself, bro. Like he's gonna have fun with it. Funny story.
He
My
has like sick parties.
yeah, my ex, he hit on my ex one time at a job.
Yeah.
Uh, my other ex, like one of my an ex I had. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like I didn't know that. Like I said, like if you're gonna have fun, put your phone up. Like have people put their phone up. You know what I'm saying?
Who am I to judge? Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
I said, who am I to judge? They can do whatever they want to. I just feel like I agree with you. If you're gonna do shit like that, hide it.
Yeah, he works hard. I mean, he's he's one of my favorite players when it comes to like fashion and shit. So he works hard. He does what he does. He takes care of business. Just be smart. I think it's dope though. I mean, I don't know if he's dating Cardi or what, but he's on a boat and it's just women twerking and shit. He's on, and he was macking though. He's like, he's like, they call me Big Daddy. I said, God damn.
Those women look so dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, they look dumb. Like Imagine like showing those videos to your daughter, you know. You were calling another man who has a girlfriend, you were calling him daddy in a seductive way. This woman just looks so dumb. But hey, props to him for being able to like, I guess, pull that off. You know, of course, he's the man in power with all that money. So there are women in Miami that like they don't care how stupid and how dumb they look. They will.
Oh, girls will comment. They're like, this
Yeah.
can never be me. They're like, this is why y'all. They said this is why y'all girls keep winning because I could never be like this. And I was
It's
like,
disgraceful, man.
no, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good when you're like when you're the party favors. I never understood like.
Imagine like that girl decides to clean her life up, but that video lives
Oh
on the internet
hell no!
forever.
Oh,
Like you imagine if she comes to you and like you don't know that that video exists, but she's a good girl to you, but you find out that that video exists and she's the main one calling Stefon daddy. Would you still be with her?
no, I don't know.
It
I
would
have
just-
like
bro, hell
I
no.
have a. It's not a strict rule, but it's pretty highly enforced. I don't like messing with girls that have messed with athletes. And it depends, right? Obviously, there's like nuance to it, but the reason why I say that is
I've
because
been passed around, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because I've seen how athletes pull girls, and like if you have fucked like Jesus, if you have been with multiple athletes,
You have no respect.
I'm not gonna say no respect. I'm just banking on the high chance that you're easy.
Yeah.
Like
Or you crave attention that much.
I guess it's just not. It's not. I'm not okay. I don't like cleat chasers. There we go. I'm not a fan of cleat chasers. I don't know, bro. It's like, damn, like I see how some of these athletes pull girls. I'm like, that's what did it for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You normally see those girls, they go for the athletes and then the athlete uses them up for however long and kicks them to the curb and they settle for a normal dude.
Jesus, man.
I mean, that's usually how it happens, right? Unless like they get like saved, you know?
Saved by like Jesus.
No.
Or like,
Some like, you know, Anthony Edwards situation. You know, like yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a different level.
Hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Last topic we got here is the Kai Cenat Streamers University. I mean, I didn't tap into it, but
I've watched highlights. I think it's cool. I think what he's doing is dope. I think the things he's able to do and he's been able to do have been amazing. But am I that interested in like watching little kids just make sexual remarks all day, 24/7? Nah, I'm good.
yeah, I thought it was really cool because how big it was.
Yeah, I think that I admire that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were saying that he did like 20. No, I forgot the number, but they did big ass numbers over the weekend. And it's cool because like that's all him. Like
Yeah.
there was no like because he said that big companies reached out to him to do it, and he's like, nah, like I'm Netflix, nigga. That's what he said. He's like, Netflix tried to reach out. He's like, nah, like I'm y'all. Like y'all couldn't even pay me enough to get to the number that I would want to do some shit like this. Like I could get it myself. So I think that's really dope. And I feel like he's one of the rare ones, like Kai Cenat and Mr. Beast, people like that. They're gonna be our new versions of billionaires and like big time celebrities. And Kai Cenat's really setting himself up to be that out of the streamers, because they said that Mr. Beast was just recently evaluated at $1 billion, like as a YouTuber and social media content creator. That is can you imagine? Like your main shit was YouTube and social media. You are now like just off of that, you're $1 billion. That's nuts. And I feel like Kai is going to be on his way to being that for sure. Like for sure. And I like that. It's like all black shit. It's like he's not selling him. He's not like trying to do like the I guess like the white corporate route, if that makes sense. Like he's staying authentic to his culture, he's staying authentic to himself, and he's not like peddling negativity. It's all fun shit. I think that's what I like the most about him.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is like a real life iCarly.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Yeah,
very, very impressive.
but yeah, like you said, I don't think I watched. I don't even think I watched any clips. To be honest with you, I don't. That's not my type of shit. Like I don't.
I only saw India Love a million times. I saw Duke Dennis a million times, and I saw like it's just like been a fight between who wins India Love's heart. That's kind of all I've been seeing. I think the people that watch that shit are like the kids that are like 25 and under.
No,
So,
man, you'd be shocked.
yeah, if you're above 20, if you're above 25 and you watch that shit, you have your priorities in life are completely messed up, man. And you probably aren't where you want to be in life.
No, you'd be shocked. A lot of bro.
If you're watching that shit religiously, man, I know Vic be watching that stuff.
Vic's like 19.
You fit that age limit. Yeah, watching Kai.
But that's his era. That's like that's their version of like watching YouTubers. So I get it.
I could watch a Kai Kevin Hart stream or a Kai Drewski stream.
I could do. He has to be streaming with people that are like culturally relevant to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the biggest fan of watching.
Kai
I just
Ray.
don't care. Like I don't care. Like India. Like I don't care.
You don't
Bro,
watch
like,
Duke Duke?
Nah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll watch their clips, but like tuning into a stream, nah. Like when they get clipped and it's some funny shit, I might click it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't tap into one. Like I literally did not click one Streamer University clip. I just thought it's cool to see like how big it is. I'm just like, it's not for me, really.
I think it's cool, the whole concept and how he like really made it a university. I think that's so dope.
That was hard. It was hard. Oh, the one clip I did watch is when he caught someone like on campus. He was riding around the golf cart, and the guy goes, "Is that the principal?"
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he gets out and he starts running. And they're like, "Oh shit!" So that was dope. And the rollout, the video that they made, the marketing was fuck. But I personally am just not tapping into that shit.
Yeah. No, he has that shit on lock, and congrats to him for all his success and all the things he's done for like that generation, and that is the new generation. And I think, what we're doing right now is a version of streaming. So
100%.
I think this is the new wave. Fast people are gonna favor. It's gonna get to a point where people favor this style of content over like the YouTube videos that you put your time and effort into.
Yeah, I mean that wave. I mean YouTube will always be there, but definitely like the streamers are more popular.
I mean, Kai would rather stream than make a fucking edited YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's
what's so funny? I used to watch his YouTube videos when he like
exactly. He doesn't even YouTube no more. He does streams. So it's like
there's this one video where he went to like I guess he was trying to date a basketball player, like a college basketball player. And I watched a couple of those videos. And I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And I thought he was annoying, but I mean, I kept watching it, so I'm like, something's bringing me back to this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shazad said speed. I mean, speed's not my type. I don't really fuck with that too heavy. I think it's dope that he's like doing positive shit, so that's cool. Aiden Ross, I'm just not the biggest fan of that. And then XQC, I don't think I've ever watched an XQC clip or video. So, but yeah, man, that's all the topics that I had on. I think I'm trying to see if there's any additives that I didn't get to, but let's see. Or you should have. Oh, you're not gonna watch it. I was gonna say Lilo and Stitch, but no, that's pretty much it, man.
I need to pee so bad, bro. I've been on this chair for 3 hours. I need to pee.
We can end it right now, but yeah, appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll be back Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, hopefully.
Like, share, subscribe, send it to your partners, your mama, your baby mamas, your daddies,
your baby mama type of shit. But I appreciate y'all. This is Trash Talk Podcast. We out.